Waffles _and_ coffee became a member.
That's quite the beginning to a stream. I don't think we've ever had that happen before.
Pudgy Pedal Pusher became a member.
What?
I think it's going to go through everybody. I think I somehow reset something, and maybe that's why we're having trouble at the beginning. Whoop.
Tony Scarpity became a member.
Everyone's going to get a little bit of attention tonight, I guess. All the members are going to get some love. All right. Can we talk? Is it going to keep going? So, yeah, what's up, everybody? Yeah, no idea what was going on with Stream Elements, but it's working now, obviously. So, who all do we got in here tonight? So, Mr. Rozapid? I don't know how to pronounce that. How would you pronounce that, Aaron?
I don't know.
Started off by saying love the videos, and then said possibly purchasing a bed and breakfast in Myersdale. Which, is Myersdale on the Gap or the C&O? That's on the Gap, right?
Babe, I don't remember.
Hey, you got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do not remember.
You're gonna hurt their ears. You don't need to lean in that far. You just need to project a little bit.
Oh, I gotta use my deep voice.
Yeah.
I do not remember.
What is up, Rick, Pudgy, Dylan's in here. I could hear Brad walking in from behind us. Brad Wade, what's up? Let's see. Yeah, got some new commands in there, so try them out. Esteban, what's up? So, yep, Gap. So Myersdale's on the Gap. That sounds right. Hey, what's up, Alpine Daydream? So,
Babe,
what's up?
it's just focusing on you. Why? Ben and I are the stars.
Well, you're a little.
Ben and I are the stars.
You guys want to
we are the stars.
move? Maybe.
You want to sit
Move up a
up
little.
here by the microphone?
Hey, what's up, Muskrat?
Brad.
There's Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Oh, there's.
I got a camera too, a secondary camera.
Oh, look at you in your snazzy t-shirt. What?
See, I got a secondary. Oh, look, there you are. Now you're
Oh, my.
front and center.
There I am.
Darren said hello from hot as hell, Kansas. So, Joe's Taco said this is prime cycling hours if you're in the west.
Oh,
Yeah, it was brutal. I rode right before this. Did you ride over here?
No.
You drove? Yeah. I got back here and I was just sweating. I was doing the thing where you run cold water over your wrist to try and cool myself down, and then I was standing in front of the fan. I was just like a sweaty mess. It's got to be almost 90 out now, right?
Yeah,
It's just
it's
humid. Yeah. And I think Dylan said in the Discord that good time for an earlier stream because he was just going to be chilling tonight and avoiding the heat. So. Oh, Brad, you're here for the start. Yeah, we're starting an hour early because Aaron's bedtime is a little early. I didn't realize I don't have myself on camera when I'm doing that. So, I have
I'm actually on board Aaron's schedule for now. I'm still.
It's a good sketch, let me tell you.
Do you want to take a seat?
No. Can't control me.
Who else do we got? Oh, Chris McCollum just jumped in. Oh, he said still over 100.
Sorry, Ben.
Still over 100 in Boise. It's hot everywhere right now because Europe's having forest fires. The Tour de France has been over 100 degrees the last couple days.
They've got forest fires in Spain and France.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they were on the border. I think they were close to the border in Carcassonne when it was super hot.
Dylan asked, how do we know what the commands are?
I think if you do ! command, it'll take you to a list of them, right?
But you did plural command.
What does the opacity of the chat is fucked mean?
That means the
now
opacity of the
it's
chat's
fucking good.
Oh, here, I'll recite. It's when I go to the GoPro. I have it full screen, so we need to shrink that so it's not overlaid with the chat.
I look better on the GoPro.
Do I?
I just... I don't know.
It does look like I have no pants on now. I have pants on, guys.
There we go. Now both cameras will look good. So...
I still think I look better on the GoPro.
I love when people say that compared to mine. 5D hardboard.
Look, I have been looking at this for a long time, babe. I've got opinions. I'm not sure that command thing is working.
Yeah, I don't know if the command thing works. I thought there was a command to make the command show up, but I don't know. Pudgy saw him before the countdown was going, so he could drop some of them in there. Maybe I need to turn on that command.
Oh, there's a thought.
Is there a command to do that?
I did actually. So speaking of Aaron's talking about the GoPro looks better, I did add some effects to my actual camera, so it does have a little more contrasty look and all that kind of stuff. So, but the GoPro is just more saturated. That's it. That's the difference. Wait, what might look better? So yeah, it's just more. The skin tones are.
GoPro looks better, man.
Why don't you take a seat? You're making me nervous back there.
Thanks, Ray.
There's no way now.
Yeah.
Where did I put my beverage?
That's mine.
I know. I could have. Oh, there it is.
Right there.
What's up, Jay Dandy?
Oh, hello, sir.
Yeah, see, Stream Elements is working.
Is the Brad? What's the Brad command?
Funny, Brad.
I know, but what happens? Oh, Pinecone does have one. Pudgy, the C&O,
like,
the C&O vid trail.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Very apt. Oh, this guy is the guy who had COVID.
Oh yeah, Brad's here. He could answer for himself.
Who asked the question?
Mr. Rizza Pitt.
Is that how you think you say it?
That's
How
what
was
he
your
said.
friend? Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. Do you want to answer for yourself?
Oh, I'm actually still recovering. I still have a cough. I just had another virtual visit yesterday. They put me on a steroid inhaler, cough suppressant, and a Z-Pack.
Steroid inhaler, cough suppressant, and a Z-Pack.
Yeah.
What's this? I don't know what a Z-Pack is.
Z-Pack is just antibiotics
Oh.
in case the initial infection caused the underlying infection. But because I'm prone to like sinus infections, so they're just making sure. But yeah, I still feel like crap.
Yeah. So.
Short story.
Oh, it is a
Long story short.
It is a Wu-Tang reference, so you got that right. Ben.
That's what he said.
Oh, you saw that before?
I just read the chat.
Oh.
She read the words that they printed. The type.
What pops up here faster? So I'm looking at this side of the screen, so I hadn't seen it. I'm just like, oh yeah, you nailed it.
Well, he's from Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, so I don't think we need to do this linear like the last time we tried to go through like everything as it happened. But so for those of you who don't know,
But should we bring up the map so that we can show where we were when exciting things happened?
Well, Jay,
yeah, I've got the maps loaded. Don't
Jay
worry, Jay.
Dandy's
Yeah,
here.
yeah. But yeah, the maps are all loaded. So maps. Yeah. Anyways, we need to make that happen. For those of you who don't know, people are asking why Brad was because we rode the C&O we rode the C&O for 3 days and 2 nights, and when we got to Cumberland, which is where it switches to the Gap Trail, that evening Brad realized he wasn't feeling well.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh,
that
mid-afternoon?
evening. No,
No.
no. By
He
the
said
time-
something in the morning.
I said it in the morning, and then by the time we got to that bakery, I knew I had a fever. So like 7 miles into the trip, and then it went downhill from there. Well, until we got to the pawpaw.
Then it went up the rack. So
And then it went.
I don't know how you survived
So
at
the-
all, let alone with the pawpaw in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when I got back to civilization, my temperature was 102, and I know it was higher.
102.
Yeah, I know it was higher when I was in the tent. When Aaron felt my forehead, I knew
That's probably when I got it.
that. Right, exactly. That's when I was like, she was like, he is burning up, and I was like, I'm burning up. But yeah, that's why I started hallucinating, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about the hallucinations.
Yeah. I started hallucinating.
That's pretty typical for Brad on a tour, though.
What am I
Raccoons,
supposed to hallucinate?
raccoons holding cheese plates.
That was a dream. Dreams are
If you're saying it out loud, is it just a dream?
what? You just said it out loud. Is it a dream?
Exactly. You proved my point.
Oh boy. I haven't even finished a beer yet.
Well, let's set the stage for this. So like the Paw Paw Tunnel is it's close to a mile long, I think.
Yeah.
It's closed. The tunnel's not closed, but the approach is if you're coming from the DC way. So you have to go over the mountain that the tunnel is made to get the canal through.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much, when you say pretty like mountain biking. It's closer to mountain biking than a gravel ride, I would think, in parts. Going back down was. And so Brad had to do this with a fever, not realizing that you had COVID. So you were doing it with COVID.
I was still like in denial. I was still trying to ride that conversation we had in the morning when I said I wasn't feeling good, and we were like, maybe it'll clear up. Maybe, maybe. And I've never had a fever that I just like walked away from. Like I knew by the time we were at that bakery, I was like, oh boy, I don't know how this is gonna go. And I wasn't even considering COVID. I didn't even want to consider COVID. I just kept thinking allergies. And I remember...
You don't have a fever with allergies.
I know. And when you stopped to use the bathroom, and I busted out the Flonase, and she's like, that's not going to help. And I was like, I'm willing to try anything.
This is the one thing I haven't used yet.
Yeah, I did say that. That's
I haven't used the Flonase. Maybe that'll fix it.
The Flonase.
Well, I remember I was trying to be super positive, me and you, in the morning, and I'm I'm like, well, we, that was the night after the Airbnb, right?
Right.
So I'm like, we were on the road all day, and it was dusty, and
you get a trail cough.
Trail cough, trail cough. Because you do. That does, like when the towpath,
from the dust,
when the towpath's really dry, all of that kind of thing. So imagine if Brad Syracuse sneezed on this trip.
Oh man,
I forgot. I forgot about the Syracuse sneeze.
I like Rick's suggestion for a gravel fever sticker.
Oh yeah, that is a good idea.
It's not bad, yeah.
I feel like if Party Size was in here, he would run with that one.
You
got a Party Size shirt on.
Yeah,
that's the newest one.
Yeah, I matched my beer can and my hat to the shirt.
Let's see if that looks.
Okay.
No, it's totally blocked on that angle.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't see the grid.
There you go. Beer. There you go. That's on auto exposure, so if you get it close enough, it might take over. Yeah.
Flonase is great, Dylan. Thank you. For those of you that don't know, the Syracuse sneeze.
Tell the Syracuse sneeze story.
I think Pudgy could tell it better, but we were outside drinking beers in Syracuse on our way to Nutmeg, and
sitting on a patio.
And I sneezed, and I made it real loud just because. I turned around to
ducked away from everybody on the patio,
and sneezed right into some dude walking past.
Some guy walking down the sidewalk,
like straight on, dude.
Blasted him.
Good times.
We were all in shock.
Yeah, and this is right after Pudgy really creeped out the owner of the establishment with that building.
God, I still want to crawl under a table.
Ever had heat exhaustion? No joke. I'm guessing, Brad, you have, because you overheat the fastest.
I was worried about that. I drank 3 times the amount of water I usually drink on that ride, and we did like 65 miles, something like that.
Yeah. It was our first day, wasn't it 100 degrees when we left DC?
Yeah.
But then it was all shaded. The first part of the C&O was all shaded.
We kept talking about that. It's like we should be miserable, but we weren't because of the amount of shade.
When we stopped for lunch in White Ferry is when it really became super noticeable how hot it was, because just stopping and then being in the sun, you're like, oh yeah, it's really hot out here. So. And then Flonase, the woman on the insurance commercial.
Yeah.
Let's see. For day one.
Oh yeah, the guy I sneezed on did walk past later, and I'm surprised he didn't cross the street.
Why does it show us ending in? Oh, is Bolivar a name of a town right outside of Harper's Ferry where we camped?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Great Falls. That was.
Yeah, Great Falls is amazing.
Great Falls was great.
Yeah.
Turned out Great Falls is great. One of the most surprising thing to me about the trip is how pretty the Potomac River is. I had no idea.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful river.
Yeah.
I should pull up a couple pictures of that while we're, but
I can see.
It's right there. It's the blue line, babe.
Don't make me.
let's see.
Sorry, I took my medicine. I'm just coughing all over you, dudes. I hope it's really gone.
Oh yeah, so yeah, this is what the Potomac looks like. What within? Because this is before Great Falls, within 15 miles outside of DC. Wouldn't you say it starts to look like this? It's crazy.
Yeah, I was impressed by the geology of that area. I didn't realize there was so much. I guess I just kind of expected it like here, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this kind of like the foothills of the Allegheny? But it's definitely a rock, like where rivers. I read some of the geology signs, but not enough to remember.
I should have read more. Yeah.
And this is actually at Great Falls, and like our buddy Gabriel, who had been riding with us from DC, he rode to Great Falls with us. He was like, "This isn't even it yet. This is just from an overlook, a bridge that goes over this part of the river. But this is just a spur in the Potomac." Are there any people in this picture?
It did make me think of like the mountains in New Mexico or Colorado for a little bit.
Yeah, and like this looks like nothing until you like. I thought there were people like climbing on these rocks somewhere for reference, but
They're across. There's some right up there.
Yeah, so if you look in the left-hand corner, because this just looks like a bend in a river. Now, if you look at how tiny the people are up there, you realize like the absolute scale of this site, everyone had told me stop in Great Falls, and I expected there just to be like a waterfall. That would be cool,
right?
But I had no idea the whole entire topography of the area was going to be.
I know,
it's like stunning, right?
Real treat.
Oh, there. Get a little closer. Sorry, if I'm giving.
Whoa, bud. Whoa.
There you go. That kind of might give you a little bit of sense of the scale if you haven't been there.
Who's saying snakeheads? We saw some guy catching snakeheads out of there.
Oh, we did see a guy catching snakeheads.
Yeah, he had two of them hanging from his hip, and they went down below his knee. And they were definitely snakeheads, Pudgy.
Why, you don't think he believes you?
No.
What were we high-fiving about?
You drank water.
You drank water.
So yeah. Heard any reason
Go me.
This is a celebration that Aaron was drinking water. Oh, this is White's Ferry. Gabriel had told us when he turned around to Great Falls, he was like, pretty much the only. It's amazing because you get out of. I've looked at the map since.
I like how terrified I look.
And there were some suburbs where we were first riding, and it felt like the middle of nowhere, but they do fall away to farmland. Our view was blocked by the green trees. But he did warn us. He was like, White's Ferry is kind of, if you're not carrying food, that's the lunch spot.
Yeah.
And it was it's the place that has the oldest cable operated, it's not the oldest, it's the only cable operated ferry left in the country.
In the country?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it's like a cable pulls the ferry back and forth.
Yeah.
But there was a little, what would you call this place? A diner? I don't know. They made really good sandwich shop, right? Sandwich shop / convenience store.
Yeah.
But they had really good local craft beer and stuff like that. And my sandwich was really good.
I brought one from DC because I knew that there was like slim pickings.
Yeah. And then William LeBron, I don't know if he's in here tonight, but he told us that there's a thing to take a photo with yourself at the mile marker that equals your age, and then people post it in the Facebook group. So this is a largest version of that.
Tim, you sucker for tradition.
So we have the one that might not be able to post it some places than the more.
The professional version.
That is not an attractive picture of me.
That's not a bad picture.
I don't
what
mind
are you
it.
talking about?
You don't like
Okay, fine. No, I don't like it.
Shut up.
I like that guy.
Yeah, how about that one?
See, I can't even remember if that was like before or after my fever.
No, this is day one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Because
my-
we thought your mile marker wouldn't be till like day 3.
That's not true.
Never gets old, except for me.
Oh, man. Do you want to explain your facial hair strategy? Because Rick just said you're rocking some mutton chops.
Oh.
Oh, just
Sorry. Hi, Eric.
I shaved the gap on my chin, for the gap trail.
Yeah. Ben thematically shaves every year when we do our 4th of July tour. And so this is the gap. Look.
It was better than the reverse.
Oh, yeah.
The reverse was disgusting.
We did Ohio to Erie reverse last year, so. But did you do everything but the mustache?
Everything
Yeah.
but the mustache.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Just a chin strap.
What's up, Eric? Oh, yeah.
You know that guy?
Eric actually jumped in on a night when I could respond because I had the virtual guests on last time, and I was like, damn it, Eric's in here. And he said, Martha said my bandana is too big and my hat is too small.
Rick's got him. Rick's managing him.
We have to make it far enough so that
I did get these out of order.
That's a good picture of you, though. I like that one.
Did you took this, Aaron, right?
Oh, I think I did.
So I'm probably smiling at you because I like you.
That's a new development.
Notice the stunned silence of everybody on this side of Tim. Moving on.
That was good.
Oh, then we stopped in for an evening. That's right. We were getting kind of close to being to Harper's Ferry, but we were all getting a little tired, so we got out of the heat and we went through this town. What is it called?
No, it was with the B, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it's a town that's in Ohio too, by
Brunswick.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Brunswick, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no award for getting it first.
Brunswick. Brunswick.
Unless he gets it first, and then
Yeah.
he'll talk about there's
and I
no
win, yeah.
no reward for second place.
Yeah. Second place at the first loser. No fear.
Good God.
I think it's called Brunswick.
Yeah, Brunswick.
Sorry. Yeah, I like that place.
Yeah, they had like a little festival in town that we rode through,
Yeah.
and then they had music outside. What was the table next to us was going bonkers.
Well,
I
they were
think I have
playing some. There was like.
I was very excited about that pretzel.
Nah,
I was
that's
also apparently sweating a lot.
That's a good picture of me.
It was
not
hot
a
as
good
hell. Yeah,
picture
this is
of-
the 100-degree day.
Wow. Yeah, some cover band, and then they played War Pigs by Black
Oh,
Sabbath.
yeah.
And everybody in the place flipped out. Everyone knew the words. Everyone sang along. It was very surprising.
And you were rocking out. It's in the video.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, this is already then.
That's the rabbit hole.
Yeah, then getting to Harper's Ferry. I have some outside pictures from the morning. I'll come back, but.
I like that picture of Ben you got that you slipped in the video
Oh yeah,
with him holding the light up.
but I'll go backwards on these because we're down by the river to show what it. This is, you come across that bridge into Harper's Ferry. You have to climb up a set of stairs, which kind of sucks with loaded bikes.
Yeah,
But,
it's like
like-
a spiral staircase. Yeah.
I should do a video about this trip. But it's like absolutely beautiful. Like this, like there's all these old abandoned train bridges, and the one they turned into what you cross to get into town.
Yeah, did you already talk about these things in the video?
You should
It's
just
a great
read from the
point.
note cards that you made for the video.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should say some stuff.
This is funner.
More fun.
More fun.
Yeah, but when we got in, we really did get this place was a blast.
Yeah.
It was called the Rabbit Hole.
Rabbit hole, yeah.
Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
The rabbit's hole.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Pudgy.
definitely don't call it the rabbit.
Oh,
Then I also go down the Rabbit Hole.
that's why you're getting porn spam in here now.
It looks like they found me a girl. Don't delete them. Whoops. I'm used to doing this
Are
alone.
you gonna be glad when Mikey comes home and
Yeah, he gets the brunt of the tiny pinches.
he loves the tiny pinches for whatever reason. I don't get it.
I think he just likes the attention.
Of the tiny pinches? You like attention. You like it when I tiny pinch
No.
you.
I hate the tiny pinches. Yeah, that picture.
Yeah, what was... So the campground was operated by, like a...
It was one of those zipline places.
Yeah.
It was like an adventure company is what they were.
Yeah.
And, like, you could...
But
that's where all those
tubes.
canoes and tubes
Yeah.
and stuff came from. And, yeah.
When we
There's
rode
those-
by on the other side of the river the next day, all kinds of people were tubing down the river, and it was like rapids and
Tubing.
rocks.
It looked
and-
great,
yeah.
yeah, because there's like so many little islands, and you're just kind of floating through. It looked like probably the best tubing I've ever seen. There are a lot of dudes. Yeah, it's all dudes.
Yeah.
JW.
Yeah, the campground was actually kind of by the river, and it was nice. The only problem was that the ground was all like rocky, and you couldn't get your tent stakes in.
Yeah, where it was not. Ben
Tim-
had a
Tim
real
got really
good rant
mad.
about that place. Yeah.
I was just
He
getting.
was getting mad putting his tent up?
yeah. This is the most I've heard him talk in 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, good. That makes me feel better because I was.
Jim was melting down.
Yeah, I was on the edge of near meltdown trying to get my
Yeah,
stakes.
ben,
in.
yeah. Ben was like, "This isn't a tent. This isn't a campground for tents. If it's a campground for tents, you should be able to put tents here, but you can't put anything here." And he was just
Oh, that's what's going on.
I didn't know you were melting down too.
That's exactly what was going on our side.
Oh, God.
And so like the whole like if I'm car camping, like staking down my tent doesn't bother me, but my backpacking, it's a backpacking tent, but the bike packing tent, like it doesn't keep its structure without the stakes. So it's like you have to get the stakes in the ground. So like
see, yeah.
where our foot box is, like if they call it that, like I don't know.
They do
but
now.
That needs to be staked out.
the footprint. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, not the
No,
footprint,
the
exactly
part
the
of the
feet.
tent where your feet go.
Oh, okay.
That
the
needs to be.
footbox.
My pole's a Y, and
I think
so
it's
like
called a foot block.
yeah.
Sure.
So my tent's a Y, and the Y part is where your head is, but the center pole needs two to hold it like out, you know.
And I think that's like you can buy a structured tent or one that has to be staked.
Yeah.
And I got that was one of my requirements was trying to find one that could still hold the structure if I set up someplace rocky like that.
And so Pudgy actually, I got to see it. Pudgy bought the actual. It's like a bike camping version of my tent, and it had like a crossbar across the top, and
You
it
have
was
the Nemo.
yeah. So I have the Nemo 2-person Hornet, and then he bought their newer bike packing version, and I bet they even updated the backpacking
Oh
version.
yeah, because that's
But
what Kenny has.
It has an extra cross member, and you still need the stakes if you want your vestibules, obviously, to be
Yeah.
staked out.
See, Rick? Vestibules.
Yeah. Well, vestibule is where your stuff goes next to the tent, but I think we do have
Outside the tent, but under the rain fly.
yeah. So you're always going to need stakes for that, I think, on any tent.
Are you laughing
Yeah.
at me?
I'm just ready to laugh, man.
Because you're funny, Brad?
Not so much today.
I always think you're funny, Brad. Except when I don't.
Yeah, this is the river down in the morning down. Like, didn't you guys do you and Aaron were up early? Didn't you guys do your coffee down here and stuff? Yeah, just really pretty, super peaceful as you could see. And we got cool thing was we rode a gravel road out to
Yeah.
this. Like,
And
Yeah.
it rained that night.
Yeah.
That was the first night it rained, where we didn't get wet at all, but our stuff did.
speak for yourself.
You didn't either.
I actually did get a little wet.
You did?
On
Me
the-
and Ben were walking to the showers and it was raining.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And I left my fucking rain fly open
Oh yeah.
and into my tent a little bit.
I left my phone in that shower up there, so I had to ride my bike back up that stupid hill.
Oh yeah.
There's a punchy number going up to that shower.
Oh yeah. We walked.
Oh, did you go up the little trail then? That
We came back. We realized you could walk down it on the way back.
Yeah, yeah.
Underneath those like zip lining poles. Like This
Yeah.
is just looking the other way from the last shot. And then I think a lot of people skip, like bike packers. I think people who go to Harper's Ferry to like hang out there go to this stuff.
Yeah,
But
because it's at the top of a hill.
Yeah, a very steep hill, especially on loaded bikes. But we rode to the upper part of Harper's Ferry. I kind of wanted to see more of the town.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you-
glad we did. It's
Yeah.
really pretty up there.
But then we went over. This is actually Jefferson's Rock. Thomas Jefferson stood apparently on this rock and was like thrilled by how beautiful the area was. And now they have it supported by these pillars, and you're not supposed to go on it anymore. But the view was cool.
This has been
that
considering whether or not he
Jefferson.
should respect that or go on it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like the view looking out, and you know, photos never make stuff as dramatic as
Check
they
out
are.
that view.
Yeah.
Holla. Babe, did you get a picture of Caesar's bench?
Yeah.
Caesar's bench.
Tim told me when we were in France, we were at some historic aqueduct.
The tallest structure left in the Roman world. So
It was pretty much all he wanted to do in France. And then we're walking around and he was like, and then Caesar sat there. And I was like, oh, really? And he was like,
I said, and then Caesar sat here and just admired his work.
I literally know nothing about Caesar and I don't feel shame about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was still funny.
I mean, it was funny. Anyhow,
But I think I have a reputation for knowing things, so you just,
yeah.
well, about history. So,
Making shit up about history.
yeah, so she took my word with it, like, oh. Yeah.
Caesar looked upon his works and despaired.
Yeah, we actually just left our bike sitting here and walked up the rest of the way, but then we rode through the town a little more. Like I said, I'm glad we did. Like I'm glad we saw more of it than most people would, you know.
This is where Brad walked funny.
Yeah.
So this was the beginning of day 2. Where did day 2 end? Oh, at the Airbnb.
Well,
No, you guys thought I was going to
yeah,
walk
yeah.
funny because I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
I did, Rick.
I've been talking for 40 minutes about how I needed a bathroom.
Brad
Not
was,
just a tree.
Brad was dying at the top up there, like not when we were walking, but we were riding up there, and he's like, I need a bathroom, and it was like, I was like,
I said it when we were getting ready to leave, and then we're just like, keep walking on this trail, and I was like, holy shit.
yeah. It was
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Brad, that's when you do you. You're like, guys,
then when I
we'll
told
figure
you-
it out, but I gotta find a bathroom right
But
now.
then I told you the way we were going to find down the mountain. I wasn't sure from the map if it went through or not. And you're like, I was like, this is a gamble. And if you don't want to gamble, go back down the road. You're like, I'm going to gamble.
That's true.
say
You
that.
did
I did
decide to gamble.
Yeah.
Did you
Why are you blaming us now?
I have a reputation for knowing things. Some douche. Hey, Mike Holland, what's up? Yeah, and when I heard the train, I was hoping there was going to be like a train come across this old trestle, but I don't know if they have some scenic railroad through here or something, but
They do.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed it because we have a scenic railroad.
Oh, yeah.
I read,
Why are you
I
guys
don't know why.
laughing at me for that?
actually read it in the book at the bookshop.
Yeah, we go to a bookshop, and then as soon as we walk out, Tim just recites the book that he just read.
You guys were like, I told them some historical fact about the building. They're like, where did you learn that? I'm
No,
like,
I was like, did you know that or did you just read it on a sign? And he was like, I read it in a book in the gift shop.
Like 30 seconds
Ah,
after walking
choice
out.
number 3.
I've always said that when, like, sometimes you'll be like, how do you know these things? I'm like, I just read the interpretive signage. Like,
But
that's,
how do you remember that?
Yeah.
Literally,
It was
I
30
mean,
seconds ago. That's what.
oh.
Anyways,
No, he will remember it 2 years from now, Bradley.
anyways, with these bathrooms over here, I walk in and there's 3 stalls because by this time I had to go. And
You're
Brad,
really gonna tell this story?
Yeah, Brad took the middle stall. The middle stall. So
I
had
thought
no,
there was someone in. Well, to me, the handicap stall is not an option.
so why not the first stall?
What does it matter? Why does it matter?
Because we had to go side by side.
We were gonna have to go side by side.
Not if
no
we
matter
skipped
what.
one.
You could have waited.
No,
Is this an episode of Seinfeld? First of all, second of all, this is the first time Tim has voluntarily talked about poop in his
This is
entire
true,
life.
yeah.
Oh, then Ben walks in, And then he's like, oh, everything's full. I guess I'll just stand here and listen. It was the most uncomfortable moment of my entire life.
And Tim insisted on talking throughout the whole
That
time.
was the only way I could deal with it. The only way I could deal. I couldn't just deal with silent plops.
So then Tim came out of the bathroom. I had been watching the bikes, and I was like, he went over to some structure with a historical sign, and I was like, babe, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, like,
And at this point, I had to poop. There was a prairie dog situation.
Wow.
And he just, I'm like, babe, I got to go to the bathroom. And he turns around and he goes, wait, excuse me? I'm
He gave you
about
the
to,
hold a second?
yeah, he gave me the finger. He gave me the one
I was
moment.
at-
One moment, please.
I was going to this building in the background here. So.
I was about to poop my pants, and he's like, I must read this historical sign.
Just a moment. First things first.
I didn't know that it was such an emergency for you. So yeah, like I said, you guys,
Glad I wasn't
anyone who
alone.
watches the videos know, but this is John Brown's fort. John Brown lived in Akron, kind of my hometown, and then he also lived in Ben's hometown, or right by it, Garrettsville, Hiram. But this is where John Brown got captured by Robert E. Lee, and some people consider it the first battle of the Civil War, but I thought it was really cool to see this in person.
Yeah.
Did I talk about that? I don't think I said this in the video, but what's really cool about this structure, so they dismantled it, took it to Chicago's World's Fair, reassembled it there so people could see it. It came back to this town. They put it in a different spot, and then they moved it here, which is only like a couple, 50 yards from where it was original, which is up here on this hill. And so they had like these cool commemorative stones for each time it was moved from the time. Like, just really interesting. But I guess some of the bricks they had to replace because John Brown fans had been going there and like wanted pieces of them over time. And were like taking the bricks, which is interesting. So
Where were those people when he marched?
yeah, I know. Yeah. And I guess Harper's Ferry is actually never.
Hoo-ha.
I guess Harper's Ferry has never recovered from the Civil War. The South destroyed it. And then they had like, what I was reading when you were trying to go to the bathroom was all these floods then right after the Civil War like wiped out the town and then people just stopped coming back to it. But
Glad you dipped in for that too.
Anyhow.
Hoo-ha.
oh, this is that brewery we went, a couple miles off the trail to find?
Yeah.
That place was good.
I like that plate. That pizza was amazing.
The beer was good. The pizza was good.
Look how white my hand looks compared to my wrist.
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Looked like you had a
Crispy
glove on.
line, my friend. It doesn't look that way in real life. IRL.
Pudgy, I don't think anyone's saying tuna boat. I don't think my mind was in the place to even remember that at that moment. Yeah, this place, we drank a bunch of their IPAs, split a few. And this is why we're all surprised that Ben didn't get sick and Aaron didn't get sick till we got home because we're all trying each other's beers.
Yeah.
We're sitting at this table together indoors, obviously.
Yeah, I was still percolating at this point.
No.
Now this is where I was.
Yeah.
like,
You didn't get any Airbnb pictures?
I didn't.
that
So,
Airbnb was
Wow.
cool though.
yeah, so day 2 was campground back into Harper's Ferry, but those photos were just from that brewery. This is where we detoured for the brewery, I guess, right?
No.
No, because we
No,
didn't make a
that's-
loop out of it. It
That's
must
the
be that.
detour for the
No?
that stone
The
part we were
actual
walking
detour.
on. Yeah.
Oh, this was a detour.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Which is kind of a nice break. I didn't mind hitting some windy country roads to get off the trail for
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, that was that elevated like concrete walkway.
That's where the brewery
That's-
was.
Oh, so that's lunch at the brewery.
Yeah. Williamsport. Yeah.
Did we?
Do we have a song for Hancock? Yeah.
No. What did we do? What did we do for dinner on day 2?
That's what we ate at that brewery.
Oh, that's why that day kind of dragged because we ate kind of early and had a long ride after it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we had to climb a pretty steep.
everything
climb
was
up-
closed too because
Yeah.
it was Sunday night
Oh yeah, night before July 3rd on a Sunday.
in West Virginia.
So we broke off the trail to go to the Airbnb there, and you could see from the map profile. Oh wait, it's not on screen actually. How could I?
How could I?
Wait, I hit Alt.
Oh boy, there it is. There she blows.
Yeah. So how much? They were at 652. Yeah, pretty nice climby end to a long day.
I was a whiny baby about it. I admit it.
You were.
But I made it.
Yeah.
You were whining.
I was whining at the brewery.
Oh yeah, about the hill. Yeah, that's.
Jay Dandy said more maps, less poop talk. Who got the drunks? No one really. We like drank a few beers at that brewery, but we weren't getting rowdy. We knew there was still a long day left, and then nothing was open in Hancock, so we didn't really.
That was an 80-mile day.
Next night, though.
Next night, Ben went into vacay mode.
Well, the first night
At the
you were in
Airbnb.
vacay mode. This is the Airbnb. then.
No. In Cumberland.
Oh.
At the bar we
when
went to.
After you guys ditched me.
Bradley, I don't think we ditched you.
When I was laying in the tent, hallucinating. Vividly hallucinating.
Anyhow, so we woke up in the morning. I was outside smoking a cigarette, and Bradley was like, "Yeah, I think something here is like making. I think I'm allergic to something here."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Take some Claritin and leave me alone." That's not really what happened. The first part is. The second part is. That Bradley.
No, I'm kidding. Aaron saved my
I
life.
was your biggest supporter.
You were.
Yeah, I was just like,
And I paid the price.
This ain't ruining my vacation.
Well, that was just it. I kept
Okay.
I kept thinking I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to make it as somebody else's problem. And then at some point I was like, I'm just gonna ride my bike till I fall off of it, and then it's not my problem anymore. And then I was like, yeah, but then I'm still making it their problem, so I can't do that either. But yeah.
Or Rick said Terry B gets drunk on tour, but the first night at the Rabbit Hole, we were living
Oh,
it
yeah.
up.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
we
Rabbit
got
Hole.
That's true.
we got a little.
We weren't. No one was smashed, but we were having a good.
We were
time.
all singing out loud.
Yeah, we were.
So
The
we were
bartender.
singing Wonderwall.
The
by
bartender started noticing us
Oasis.
because, and then we asked whose playlist it was, and then we got into conversation with the owner, which was interesting. And then Ben looked up his playlist.
Oh my god, that was drove me fucking
And then
nuts.
He kept
he tried to
predicting-
give us spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, wait till you hear what's next, guys.
Yeah.
It was great. They were.
Oh, it's really
Maybe we should
well
just listen to the
interesting.
playlist and they can witness our response to it.
we could share it.
Some copyright strikes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good thing is I don't have the.
Anyhow,
Not if we sing along.
this is where Brad realized
That's
he
all
had a fever. Oh, they can't see it.
So
I
Yes.
felt like I was like zombie shuffling in there too. I was like,
So on day 3, we got up and we were like, it was 4th of July on a Monday, and we were just like, we knew we had to be prepared for there not to be anything open. Like, and so we saw that the night before this Blue Goose Market was going to be open, so we knew we should stop here, get some breakfast, and stock up. And they had, it was like one of those typical country stores where they have like some
Yeah.
home baked stuff.
amen.
Bedazzled shorts.
Oh yeah, they did have.
They did have bedazzled shorts.
I didn't see
We
those,
didn't buy
but-
them, but they had them.
And then this was down a different trail that paralleled the C&O, but on the other side
Yeah,
of the
the-
Western Maryland.
Rail trail.
Yeah, so named after the railroad that the Gap actually, most of the Gap Trail is on. Anyway,
Anyhow.
Sam Diaz said it's not a tour if you're not smashed. I got a good buzz on 4th of July. You guys had some beers at the bar and then just kind of had one, and then
Well, I had some logistics to deal with.
someone in the group had COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so people talk all the time about the surface of the C&O, and this is where it's like double track. This is so outside of.
Yeah, those 3 kids we met at Rabbit Hole were saying how, because they came the other way, and they were like, yeah, it gets rough, and they were trying to warn us, and I was like,
But yeah, we ran into some kids though at Great Falls who were riding all cities and
oh yeah, those guys were fun.
looked like us, and the one dude looked like Helmet Kids, I think.
Yeah.
And we're like talking to them, and they're like, psh, they're looking at us and our bikes, and like, you guys will be fine. Like, you guys, I guarantee you guys.
Who were
we're-
these guys? Where were they?
At Great Falls, the guys
Remember
that gave
the
the
ones
stickers.
you were mad that we didn't tell them about the YouTube
Yeah,
channel?
I was like, babe, do you have stickers? And he gave them stickers. And then I was like, did you tell them about the channel? And he was like, no. The point was to give the stickers were an entree to be like, oh yeah, and I got this YouTube channel.
But they did comment on your bike, and they're gonna see that on YouTube probably. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's like, one of the things of being like the two-sided thing of being like, oh yeah, I have this YouTube channel, watch my channel, buy my stuff. But in person, that's not who I am. I'm not like
I know.
a self-promotional person.
Well, I know to do it now.
Yeah.
I thought you could handle it. You couldn't. I will take over going forward. I'm sorry.
That's pretty good. But yeah, so I think a lot of the people who complain about the surface is because they're riding either road bikes or old school touring bikes that didn't quite have as wide of tires. But there's nothing that, I mean, Great Falls I think was actually the roughest because there was actually embedded, like some embedded.
No, the section with the roots I think was the part that was roughest for me.
Remember they kept having those signs that would say...
It was the last day.
But those were short.
On the C&O.
Yeah, those were short sections though.
I missed that part now.
I mean, I guess.
No, you were there. No, this is the day 3 of the C&O.
You were feverish.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
feverish. He
yeah.
doesn't remember.
I don't remember the last 5 or 10 miles.
But again, like you see, this made it more exciting to us. Like Brad, it made it more rustic feeling and more fun. Like
yeah, I loved that when it went to 2-track. I thought it was great.
Because people had been saying to me like, "Oh, doing that's just old man touring," and I was like, "No, this is legit like kind of gravel riding. I mean, it's pretty flat, obviously, but it's like riding gravel trails, right? I mean, it's double track,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most...
Oh, yeah.
Where's that? Oh,
that's at the pub that we were eating at when Bob Darrow messaged me and said, if Brad needs a ride home, I'll come get him. And I was like, what do you mean Brad needs to go home? What has happened since we left him 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, we didn't go out to dinner, so I knew
I didn't realize how much I hadn't told you how... My inner dialogue and my outer dialogue were not matching up.
Well, you told Bob Darrow.
Well, yeah, because I was like, at that point, I had thought, I heard you guys. I had left the tent twice because I thought you were back, and I could hear you talking, and I could hear the bikes, and then I left the tent, and there's nobody there, and I was like, oh boy, this is getting bad.
Yeah. And I was like, thanks, Bob. Have you had COVID? And he was like, nah. And I was like, well, I'm not bringing Brad in the car with you. And then I was like, Brad, I'm going to bring you a COVID test. And he was like, yeah, I just looked up the symptoms. We haven't talked about this. What do you mean you just looked up the symptoms?
Oh.
When you don't know what the symptoms of COVID are?
Because each variant has had different symptoms.
This is me on my phone.
Of taste, loss of smell.
Messaging Christiana.
You were messaging? Yeah. I texted Bob because I didn't know what to do. Because I was trying to think of a plan because I knew I wasn't going to.
So at this point, Brad had been in his tent the whole time since we got. This is a campsite right on the river, and those lights in the distance are Cumberland, where we had just had dinner. Brad didn't come to dinner. We got a little bit of a fire going, watched the fireworks going off everywhere.
They did go and get me cold medicine and stuff, so acetaminophen, which really helped because that kind of brought the temperature down and I stopped being insane.
I also gave him a Xanax to knock him out.
Oh yeah, that probably helped. That probably helped. But earlier in the day, there was a part where I think I was telling Aaron this. All right, we went under some trees and it felt like I saw this explosion of these yellow birds just flying all over the place. Like we just scared this flock of yellow birds, and I could see the feathers and everything, and then the way they just weren't there. I remember looking up and it was like the sun going through the leaves, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I kept seeing deer that weren't there, a dog that wasn't there, and then I saw a bog lady.
A bog lady?
Not all at the same time.
I saw the bog lady.
The bog lady was real.
No, you didn't.
I saw something in that.
What did she look like?
It looked like 3 beavers.
No, this is a lady standing. She was off to the side of the trail up ahead. She was in all black. And I could just see this white...
Are you sure it wasn't 3 beavers standing on each other's shoulders?
With a silver tray.
Yeah.
A platter of pepper jack.
And then I saw her walk into the woods, and I was like, when we got up to that part, I was like, oh God, there's nobody there. But yeah, and I don't know. Again, I'm not sure if that was before or after the Pawpaw Tunnel. I don't know when we saw Lock 69, if that was before.
That was
or
after the
after.
Pawpaw
That was
Tunnel.
close. That was getting close to Cumberland. Yeah.
That was when Tim and I had a fight.
We found that weird gravestone, unmarked gravestone. I mean, it was marked, but
What?
Right across from Lock 69.
Oh yeah. There was
Oh.
for a second I was like, don't tell me I hallucinated that too.
I
Remember
was
the-
having a meltdown at that point in
the
time.
pigeon
so-
lady from Home Alone 2.
No, not quite. This was either like a tall Amish woman or some goth girl hanging out in the middle of the woods. Oh, fun times.
Yeah, so anyhow,
I guess it's
Chris
time-
Yonda drove to
Chris-
Maryland to pick up Brad, 8-hour round trip.
Yeah.
Holla, Chris Yonda.
Otis-
I owe you some cookies.
Did you see what he wrote in the comments of the video?
What?
Because I was like really nice, and I'm like, Yonda's kind of the hero of this story because
Yeah.
he drove all the way to Cumberland, Maryland to pick Brad up, and he's like, well, that's what friends do.
He's like,
That is not the tone that I
That's
heard.
the tone I heard.
No.
No, like that's what friends do. It was like modest,
Have
not
you ever talked to-
macho friend.
Have you ever talked to Yonda
I
in
think
person?
Yonda talks to me differently than he
Have you ever
talks to
talked to
you.
Yonda? Have you guys ever talked to Yonda in
He
person?
used a quote from Letterkenny, and it's like, if a friend needs help, you help him.
Oh, that was a quote.
That's what he said.
No.
And Otis texted me, I think, at
Well,
some
so
point too.
when my experience is every time I walk in the shop and he looks at my bike, he's like, "What a piece of shit." That's the Yonda that I know and love.
I know
Yeah.
a different Yonda.
Is it?
Well, also Yonda had just gotten over COVID.
Right,
as
he was
well.
the safest person.
He was still testing
Not even-
positive.
Not
but
even close to 10 o'clock yet.
He was still testing
Yeah.
positive, but he had recovered, and so yeah, he was the best choice possible.
Yeah,
And-
Yonda was the one to get Brad because, literally recovered a week before. So now
Well,
they're saying 2 weeks out you
yeah.
can catch it again, but he couldn't catch it. He was.
And
yeah.
Otis texted me too. He said, "Dirty River will always have my back." He's like, "Yonda's
Aw.
coming to get you." And I hadn't heard from Yonda yet, so that was
Yeah.
how I found out.
Aww,
I think we
I didn't know that.
I think we should also give Otis credit because
That's true.
Ben was on Ben's right hand man.
Exactly. That's,
LarrgeMarge is his right hand man, and so he's already dealing with the shop around midsummer.
he's already crippled because Ben's not there.
Yeah, he's already crippled because
And then Yonda's out too because of COVID.
Yonda's been out, and then Yonda's finally back and has to
Has to come get me. Yeah.
pick up Brad in Maryland. So yeah, Otis deserves some credit for being like, yes, go get Brad. I mean, how can you say no to that? But at the same time, if you work for some major corporation, they're going to say no to that. You
Right,
know,
yeah,
Target
exactly.
wasn't going to let her.
No,
You know.
hell no. Yeah, I think Yonda's wife, Chrissy, was like, "Why are you going to get him?
Oh, really?
Why do you have to do this?"
He was like the only viable option. I don't know what the second option was. Your
This-
parents haven't had COVID.
The second
What?
option was we were gonna put you in a hotel.
Yeah, we were. We
So
were gonna
we
put you in
could
a hotel.
ride back, get the car, and then pick you up.
Yeah,
that
I
was
was gonna-
the second option.
We were gonna put
we
you-
told
yeah.
we went over it, and that was the only other option we came up with.
My plan was just to go get one of those campsites on the C&O, one of the ones that we passed, and stay there because I did not like that place we were.
No, that's true. But I
we weren't
wasn't.
leaving you at the place. We were.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
We were literally going to put him
Yeah.
in a hotel. We saw like a.
We were like, we
Comfort
can't put
Inn
him
right
on the
trail.
train. We can't.
Yeah.
I mean, me taking the train to get the car to come back wasn't going to be any faster than riding. Like, and I didn't know if I had it at that point. So
Yeah, we were
it
literally
wasn't
gonna put him up in a
responsible for me
hotel.
to
We
get
were
on a
gonna-
train.
Spend our next because we only did 2 days on the Gap, 2 80-mile days. It's 150 miles, but with our side trips,
Man,
80
that's
miles.
better than my plan.
Well,
I was
you
gonna
were
sweat it on the
you
tip.
were feverish.
You were gonna just sweat it out. You thought that's what we would leave you at that weird
Oh,
campsite
no.
with all that review. Oh, you weren't. What you were hallucinating when Ben was reading the reviews of this campsite.
No, Brad read them
No,
too.
I read them too.
Ah.
After the way they talked to Aaron, I looked
So-
up the reviews.
Speaking of the campsite, it was actually. So I'm taking this from a bridge, but where you can see these bushes here, that's actually where we were set up on the river, and that's Cumberland in the background. Really pretty, but the guy who ran it was just probably an old, fairly senile dude.
Yeah,
No,
he
he was
was
not
he was
senile.
an old guy
Just
who
Yonda in 40 years.
customer service. He was a dude who did things. He was not a dude who had experience in interacting with people and providing customer service.
Do I have a picture of the...
His politics and religion were front and foremost.
So here's the house that they actually rent, but the sign there in the corner, it has like the prices and stuff like that. We have rode past that, and they're sitting out front when we get there. But Aaron had emailed to make sure there'd be a spot there, because you don't know what you're going to show up to. There were 35 spots. It wasn't going to be. We could have showed up that day. It wouldn't have been an issue, but we didn't know that ahead of time. We've
Right.
never been here. And Aaron's like, "Hey, I've been emailing with you. You must be, what was his name?
Donnelly.
And he was like,
Traveling
mouthful
through,
of
great
cottage,
question.
mouthful of cottage cheese, and he was just like, something like that.
I
He's
haven't
like,
checked my
he's
email
like, I
today.
haven't checked my email. And so Aaron's like, okay, so it's $35, and we just, put it in the box.
It's not free.
He's like, no, he's like,
That's on the
it
side.
says it on the sign. He's like, I made the sign so I didn't have to answer your fucking
Yeah.
stupid questions.
No.
Traveling through, he was not single. He had a wife who
She was
understood
even worse.
him. Like, I don't think she was worse. She
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 was the
lives
one that
this
was-
life. She deals with him, and she was like, "Yep, I got your emails.
remember your
We're
email."
okay.
No,
We're okay."
as we rode away, she was the one that said they probably expect it for free. And then
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
No, that's not true because in the email.
Are you sure you weren't hallucinating?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I don't
that's
remember
true.
that. She
I don't even
she
remember.
smiled. She knew to like a disarming smile.
Yeah.
I remember
She
your email.
de-escalated
yeah.
his.
So yeah, maybe I am. Maybe because I don't remember how we got there.
Well, you had dropped off the back. That's when I turned around. I'm like, because we weren't going that fast, and I'm like, it was kind of interesting as we got to town. Remember, it went to the trail, got really narrow,
Yeah.
and went through neighborhoods, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then all of a sudden, I turned around. I'm like, where the hell did Brad go?
Oh yeah.
And then you were like, oh, he's not feeling that well. And I'm like, I thought we dealt with that in the morning by pretending it was allergies.
Tim didn't say that.
No, that's what I was thinking.
No, that's what he. Yeah, that's what he thought all day. Refused to acknowledge how.
Just like
miserable
you
I
did.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my head, I was mad though. I was like, "Man, how can he not understand? How
we
miserable
talked a
I
number
am?"
of times and we were pretending like nothing was wrong.
Oh,
We were being men.
shit. I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I'd ridden next to you a number of times, and it's like we were both being like, "Yeah, it'll be okay." Like, yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes
remember
being surrounded by so much toxic masculinity is exhausting.
And this is. And
Could you
guys-
imagine if I was surrounded by like you guys have your certain things that you have toxic masculinity about, but it's not like your whole persona. Like, what if it was?
What
I
if we were
wouldn't survive.
true toxic
Yeah.
masculinity instead of just trying to get through a day on tour and pretend nothing was wrong?
Yeah. We grew up with toxic masculinity. There's bound
Or
to be
shaming
some of
me
that.
because I need to stop and have a snack.
Smoke.
No, snack.
Smoke.
Snack.
Smoke is a snack. I do remember saying to Ben that I was struggling, and I felt like that was like a huge admission. And he was like, I can't remember what you said.
I said we were almost there.
I don't know.
Was
how
that a
far away
lie?
that was.
It was like 7 miles, but it felt like it took 2 days.
It did. It really did.
Dylan's comment. She's the cottage cheese interpreter.
Oh yeah, I'm on call, so there's a slight chance I might have to go.
Bradley.
I'm just saying.
Anyhow, what happened next?
I don't remember.
See.
We left Brad.
Oh yeah, we were like, okay, Brad, Yada will be here. Bye.
Oh yeah, that is exactly.
So
No. Aaron went back. Aaron woke up early, went to town.
Yeah.
That's true.
Got me more stuff. She got me Gatorade. She got me Pop Tarts. Why did we
That's
get
what you
Pop-Tarts?
asked for.
Oh,
I have text message proof.
I love how you keep asking these why questions.
Aaron's favorite part of the trip happened that morning
What was that?
when Brad.
Oh my God. So Brad,
Hang on before you tell the story.
is it? Do we need to have a piddle? Is it piddle break before the story? Okay.
I'll have you tell the story, but
Wait,
So-
hold on. Do you want a piddle break before the story?
No, I feel like
Yeah.
it's time. I'm a very schedule oriented person.
Oh, how are you friends with me then? Okay.
That's
sorry,
great.
go on.
It's a struggle.
Wow.
Don't open that can of worms.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
go on, Timothy.
That's how they left me there.
Yeah, so we get up, like, Erin got up earliest in the morning. She'd already planned on going into town to get a COVID test. Doesn't matter. Drug little details. Got back. I went in, like, those photos I was just showing. I had, one of the reasons I was into this campground is I had wanted to see this old abandoned tunnel that was up there. Turns out you couldn't go into it, whatever. So that's how I was killing time waiting for Erin and all that stuff.
Was there a guy in no shirt walking across that bridge?
When I went over to the tunnel, he was actually living over there with a whole setup.
Okay, so
You did see that
He's-
guy. I can't believe you saw him because I'm alone and I went over to this spot and right before these rocks build up, there's like a little camp and I'm like, I look over and he looks at me and there's just like a dude with just like some drawers on and I was like,
No shirt, yeah.
hey. And then when I got up here, I'm like, now I'm pinned in by these walls. I should probably take my photo and move.
Now he's got you cornered.
Yeah,
Wow.
but anyways, so we get back. Brad takes the COVID test. We're all up at this point drinking our coffee, sitting at the picnic table.
It instantly is
Wait,
hot.
I need. This is pretty COVID testy. So Brad's sitting at the picnic table. He's taking his COVID test. I look over and I can see the test.
It went bright. right
Very
away.
clearly 2 lines, and Brad's like, look, I can see Brad look at it, and then he takes the instructions and he uncrumples them. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I can see the positive line from here. You need to look at the instructions to know that you have COVID.
And we've all seen the social media of like, right? You've seen your friends, people you know, posting the double line. That like, oh my God, and they don't say like, oh, I got COVID. Like the photo tells the story. But yeah, he literally does.
Like, I saw his face. He was just like, it was just like, I gotta double check what this means.
Yeah.
How do I interpret these results?
102 fever.
The whole next 2 days, I was like, guys, I know I've said it multiple times already, but I just want to say that my favorite part of this trip is when Brad needed to look at the instructions for the COVID test to confirm that 2 lines meant he had COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, when mine showed up double, I was like,
Oh,
I had to take it so many times, and it's always been the same. And I was
oh.
yeah.
Prairie dog break.
I also have to say that, like, it is so reminiscent of a pregnancy test, and
Yeah,
so then
it is.
I always try to, like, put myself in, like, a dude's perspective who probably hasn't, like, had, like, that, I'm waiting, I'm trying not to look, wait,
I didn't have to
is
wait.
that
It
a
was
line?
just- it was
Is that,
instantly a line.
is that a
But
peak
that's the other
line?
thing. So I know
What?
what you're saying too. And growing up, like you would see the pregnancy test commercials, and they were all different, but they look like COVID tests. The
Yeah.
double line thing is like ubiquitous now in culture. Like,
Yeah.
like
And then we were like, okay, Brad, Yanda will be here soon. Love you, bye.
Yeah.
no, yeah. Once it was worked out, we
Thanks.
really,
Yeah.
we really did leave you. It was well, you can see it in the video. We're rolling away, and we're like,
I was like, Brad, I'm so sorry we're just leaving you here. And you were like, it's okay. It's okay. We fine.
Brad should have just sneezed on the box. So I guess now you could just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
out
out.
of here.
Yeah. Holla! Thanks for coming, bud.
See you. Nice seeing you guys.
Are you really leaving?
Me looking so intently at my phone, I was probably texting Brad, and then Ben with his cheese.
Yeah.
And our new bikes and helmet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there were some other cyclists there who. This is in Cumberland getting breakfast, but did you catch any of their story? Like the woman had fallen down. She was all like, and the boyfriend was like, "Oh, you'll be all right." Like,
No. Didn't
No.
say that.
I wasn't paying attention.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
yeah, she was all wearing kit, and she was like old EF drop back kit actually, but her she was scraped up. So I don't know if there was any mountain biking around Cumberland or what. Like, because they weren't. He was on kind of a touring rig. He was on a Surly. What's the one between the cross check? What's the one that's a little tougher than the cross check, but it's not quite a like long haul trucker or something?
Ice cream fan?
Nah, that's a fat bike.
I thought it had
Oh.
a bigger tire on it.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. At all.
Are you
Traveling
interested in
through
traveling
Brad.
through?
Is Brad single? He is single. But you're in Colorado. Love knows no borders, as they say.
Are you really leaving?
What's traveling to his name?
He wanted to know if you were single.
Oh,
Are you
Yeah.
really leaving?
nah.
Oh, straggler.
Okay, when
It was
you-
a straggler.
When you do leave,
You don't think it was a straggler?
your things are on that chair over there.
It was
Oh,
like
my
an
sprinkles.
ogre karate monkey, I thought.
You thought it was a karate monkey? Maybe it was.
Oh, my sprinkles.
Straggler doesn't fit that
What's the bridge
big
club?
size of a tire.
Oh, and in my pillow. Oh,
That's
I
a
was looking all over for these shorts.
Did I end up putting that shirt with the stuff?
I don't know. Is there 2 shirts over there, a nutmeg shirt and a second shirt?
No, just
Midnight special.
You did not put
It
your
wasn't
that
a
shirt
midnight
over there.
special. It had wider tires than a midnight special. So I was wrong. It's not. It's like 3 steps up from that.
Is this a Grab shirt?
No, it's one of your shirts that you left here last winter, and it's been here forever.
Last winter.
Miss-
Way to go, Sprinks.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Go around that translucent wall, and there's a shelf where my foldable chair is.
Let's move on from the morning. We ate egg sammies. They were great. Ben had a lot of cheese.
Oh. Yeah, I remember this one.
What happened next? We rode the first part of the Gap Trail. I see some pictures so I can remember. Oh,
Oh,
well,
I
we're
didn't-
already in Ohio Pyle?
No, so so photography wise, it looked like it was just gonna pour the rest of the time, so I had my camera put away. So for all of the Gap Trail, I never busted out my nicer camera because we left Cumberland with these dark clouds. And if you watch the video, you could see it's raining, but we never got soaked. It was amazing.
What's
Do
No,
you remember like looking at
No,
them?
I do remember that, but I don't remember anything else about that day. What happened between Cumberland and Ohio Pyle?
We climbed.
Yeah, we climbed up to the
Oh,
Continental
right. We
Divide.
went to the. We went to the.
Yeah, I'll put up
Day
the-
4 was 2,400.
The Mason-Dixon line.
We crossed the Mason-Dixon line.
And
Then we
then-
got to the Continental Divide. And then, did we stop anywhere between there and Ohio Pyle?
Yes.
Day 1. Let's look. Let's go to the
Go to
tapes.
the tape.
Long days, long
It would be on
climbs.
Strava, too.
Yeah, we can look at the Strava as well.
Oh, see, that was you had the interior of your tent. You could have shown what you're talking about. With your footbox and your Ys.
Did you just crack another beer after pretending like you were leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
there's
my
the
deal.
sign, by the way. That's why that guy was like, I don't need. Oh,
We
this,
used to-
here is us sadly leaving Brad behind.
Bye, Brad. He's got
Oh.
his Gatorade and his Pop Tarts.
Tried to stop at that one brewery,
Why Pop Tart?
and it was closed.
Oh,
And then-
right.
Oh, 'cause-
Where was that? Oh, that was in Connellsville. No, that was in. Where was that, babe? Where the guy picked us up last time.
Oh yeah, Rockwood.
Rockwood. Right. We went to a brewery in Rockwood that said it was open at 3 on their website, and then we got there and they didn't open until 4, and I was really irritated because I get pretty crabby when
Yeah, so here's the climb. So you climb all the way
I'm
up to the
hangry.
Continental Divide. It's only what max is, like Stu said, it's probably closer to 3% at some spots, but it's so worth this climb. Like I said, it's so worth it because it is so pretty as you get up here, like, and these old railroad bridges and stuff. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I mean, it was really. I mean, it really did. Like you're going. So instead of where we would have been riding 12, we're doing what 9 or 10 miles an hour. Like you could definitely feel it, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
But it's not crazy climbing. But you do it for
Look at
2.
those clouds. Yeah.
Strava said we climbed for 2.5 hours. So it is like, yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's amazing that we didn't get soaked because you could just
Yeah.
see it all around.
Oh,
us.
Yonda and I drove through.
Yeah, he said it was like,
He said it was
Hard to
horrendous on the
drive,
way
yeah.
up there. And then
Wow.
when we were leaving, it started pouring at the campsite. We had just got everything in the car, and it started pouring there. And I was like, shit.
I'm bummed you didn't get to do this because you could, as you could see from this, Brad, the vibe is already totally different.
Because I'm not there? Is that
No,
what you're
no,
trying to
because
say?
it's a rail trail instead of a canal trail. Like it just,
the trail, not the group, Bradley.
yeah, the entire feel becomes like,
What the hell?
yeah, some Yeah, like look at this. You don't feel like you climbed, but you end up in the mountains. You end up in the Alleghenies, kind of.
Interesting.
Oh.
And on his phone.
He was taking a video. He wasn't like Snapchatting.
Well, I think I was the one complaining about.
Do people still Snapchat?
We didn't. So
Anyhow.
traveling through just asked if we saw the kitties at the Rockwood Trailhead, and we didn't because we kind of Rockwood is where we stopped, and we had that. We sat at that picnic table and had some snacks.
Right, we
And
went
a beer.
down, we tried to go to the brewery,
Yeah.
then we went to the convenience store, and then we went to the picnic table.
Rick,
Yeah, here's-
Brad, listen, loving it.
Aw, I wasn't. I was worried about
Yeah,
you.
you actually. These
But I
are-
had no service.
Those stones
Yeah.
are original. I just read after the fact. Those are like now they've put in like the tall ones, but the stones on the trail that's the actual Mason-Dixon line
Oh,
to show where it was in the time because there's that big debate back in the day. But
Oh,
you're listening
I
to Talking Heads.
yeah. I started to go. I like was hypnotized by the sound of the trail, and I was going a little crazy. So with the tiny bit of service that I did have, I put on the Talking Heads, and I was singing and dancing.
Yeah, and this is the Big Savage. This tunnel's super long. You can't see the ends when you're in it.
oh, nice.
Yeah. And so they put a ton of money because the railroad stopped
Oh,
running.
they have lights throughout the whole thing?
Yeah.
Dang.
They stopped
Fancy.
train service in '74, so they had to get this open as a trail. They had to like almost reline it, so it was tons of fundraising and stuff.
Mm.
Same with the Continental Divide. There used to be a bridge here, and they had a tunnel under.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say that the first time that Tim and I did this, when he planned the Gap Trail as a birthday trip for me, nobody looked at the elevation map,
Uh-oh.
and then we got
Neither.
to this point, and we looked at that. We were like, "Oh, we just climbed all of this."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were both like, "Oh, that's why today was tough."
Yeah. I mean, there was also a headwind. It was extremely hot. There were a lot of things working against us,
Yeah.
but like, on top of that, we just climbed a lot. What song was I listening to?
How are you listening to music?
Her phone, through her phone.
It was.
Oh.
I just had it like ready to play in case I got enough service for it to play.
One of the cool things though is once you cross the Continental Divide, we did this steep side, which I'm saying is not steep for most people who follow this channel, but then the whole rest of the trip is technically
Yeah, because
downhill.
when I watched the video, it looked like you guys are cruising.
It's just,
Yeah.
and it's like it's almost like for a little while you could tell you're going downhill, but then it becomes almost imperceptible. Imperceptible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're going like a mile an hour faster
love
than you feel
this.
like you should be. This is this huge can. And he also, it's not in the video, but I have footage of it, but he fails. Oh,
No,
right
no,
here.
you got
yeah,
it.
you failed.
Look at your face.
Really bring that Brad energy to
But
the-
even right here, you're running like, what, 2 gears harder than maybe, 1 or 2 gears harder, and you're going like 15, 16 without much effort. Like, I mean, you're still pushing a loaded bike, so it's not easy. And as you get into Ohio Pyle, like, the river becomes beautiful again, which is the U? Is that how you pronounce it? Y-O-U-G-H River?
Oh, the kitty cat.
Oh, so
Trail cat. Meow.
people have been posting in the Gap Trail Facebook group about that cat. Everybody's been feeding it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That was a sweet cat.
Oh, what's up, Dimitri?
So who's trail shaming people for doing this?
What do you mean trail shaming?
Tim said that people are like, that's old man touring.
Oh, actually, the first people to kind of trail shame me and Aaron for doing it were the White brothers. I think it was Andy. But I was like, Aaron's never gone on an overnighter. Like, and we were credit card touring it. We had 2 Airbnbs and we did it 50 miles at a time because
Hi, Yonda.
I didn't want to throw her in
Oh,
over.
yeah. There he is.
I didn't want to throw her over her head, but I didn't have all the right gear yet either. So it was like,
It's Saint Yonda now.
yeah, Saint Yonda. What's up, Yonda?
That was my birthday in 2017.
I did Google Yonda, but it was just words, so I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's just like reading the sign.
Oh boy. Wow, we haven't explained what happened at Ohio Pyle, guys.
Yeah, we should.
We should piddle break and then we should tell this story.
What is the story?
I made the reservation.
Oh,
For the
Yeah.
what?
You don't know this story yet.
Allegheny.
The end of the night, I said, just be glad that Brad wasn't here.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
would
Brad
have
doesn't
lost
know.
your mind, dude.
What?
And then I told a story to make you feel better that you keep bringing up. And I'm like, that was to make you feel better in the moment. No, you can't throw that back in my face.
I'm not throwing it back in your
All right.
face. I just appreciate it.
Let's do the we heard you. Let's do the members video, the break. And then we should tell the Ohio Pyle story.
Oh yeah.
Ohio Pyle is
Bradley.
beautiful, but to go to the campground was I think, would you say it was, no, it wasn't worse because it wasn't as long.
I don't remember this part either.
No, you weren't there. But a brutal gravel climb. Like
It was pretty brutal.
It was pitching over 20%.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Bradley, I'm so excited for you.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the channel members. They're the ones who make it possible to invest this much time into YouTube and also to buy the gear that makes it possible to run this channel. So thanks to them. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there's a link to that down below. One more thing, if you feel like it, stop by the gear shop, which is also listed below. You could get some cool bandanas, stickers, shirts, swag, whatever. And now you can get back to your beloved Tuna Boat song. We will be back in one moment.
Okay,
We're back.
I remember to turn the volume back.
Are we back?
Want to get in here, Ben?
What's up, Patrick?
What do you
Yeah, we
got?
started an hour earlier tonight because to get everybody over here. Obviously, I get to go directly to bed after we do these upstairs. So, but to have the guests of honor, we went with 8 o'clock. So, what is 8 o'clock in here? Is it 2 hours? To Patrick, is it 2 hours? I think.
I thought it was 3. I don't
Is
know.
it 3?
He's central, isn't he?
What time is it there?
Yeah, let's just ask him.
That's an awkward question.
What?
Okay, so
Whoa.
What?
So we get into Ohio Pyle. We go to a restaurant.
This is how you start a story?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get into Ohio Pyle. We go to the outdoor store. My pillow had deflated, so we needed to hit that up.
Well, maybe we should tell the pillow story in a little more detail. Tim gets into the tent. His pillow deflates. He tries to blow it up. His pillow deflates. He tries to blow it up.
You could have borrowed
It deflates again,
Right there.
and then he throws it at the tent. He has like a temper tantrum and throws it in the tent, and it hits me in the face. And I'm sleeping, and I'm like, please just take my pillow. Would you? I was like, look, babe, you have a harder time sleeping than I do. I think you need it more than me.
Man,
And then he takes it and he goes to sleep. And then the next day I'm like, how about we go buy you a new pillow? Like 5 times. And finally I'm like, we need to go buy you a new pillow because I'm not going to not sleep with a pillow for you to have another temper tantrum.
Anyways, we get into Ohio Pyle, buy a pillow, get some dinner, and it starts to get late, but we climb up to that campground, which was
Rick
like...
asked a good question. What's an Ohio Pyle?
I was saying that in the video. I forgot. My goal was to cut the volume. I was like about to take a big Ohio Pyle after this dinner. It's in there. That's when he's looking for.
But people just say Ohio Pyle like it's a thing that. And the first couple times I heard it, I had Rick's reaction. I was like, "What? Are you saying pile?"
It's
Pyle.
right there. That's what he's saying. Oh wait, it wasn't on screen. Hang on.
Noob.
Let's see.
Can you get volume on this?
But I'm voiceovering it, so you can't quite tell, anyways.
Oh yeah, do your Ben impression.
Yeah, do a voiceover.
All right. I'm about to take a big Ohio Pyle after dinner.
Shit. I thought there was 2 of you in
So then we have dinner, and then we have to do this huge gravel climb.
And there's no film of this. This is us on our way to the climb, back over the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no footage of the climb because it was getting dark and it was just a tough climb. Then we couldn't find the campground.
It was dark. By the time we got to the top, it was dark. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't see.
We couldn't find our site.
I mean, and like Google Maps doesn't have like a great map of the campground.
That's a bummer.
We had no service, so we couldn't go
No
to the
service.
Ohio Pyle campground to get their map.
I
We were
had
also-
service, and they had roads that were at the campground that weren't on the map. So it was like new campsites or something. So it
Yeah.
was all.
Finally, Ben's like, I'm going to ride this way and double check that we're not supposed to be this way. Tim and I were like, okay. And then these nice people gave us their paper map. And then we were like, okay, how do we find Ben again?
Yeah. So
And
you're
then-
after dark on bikes. And
Yeah.
if you've ever been to a state park campground, but this one is also on a hill, so everything is up and down. So you don't want to mess up and then go back down.
Right.
Yeah.
But we also didn't want to like get further away from Ben at this point. So we finally find him. We finally like find the campground and there's people, or the campsite, and there's people there. And I'm like,
And it was a cool campsite. It's like off of, so it's like where cars can't drive a little bit. So you have to go down a little bit of a gravel road.
Oh man, Jacob got.
And
COVID
so like we see it, and there's a shelter and like a little table, and these people put up lights and they have like decked out their little campground.
yeah.
And so Aaron's like, well, it says like, you know, this is supposed to be our spot, and like there's the name tag on the metal post where you put your like thing, and I'm like, well, let's just see what it says. And so I grab it
So
all
he's
confident.
grabbing the paper, and I'm like, let me go to the records. And I had like
So
pulled
Aaron's
up the
booked
email
this-
before while I had service.
Yeah, so Aaron has booked this site, and I'm just thinking, like, it's going to say Molnar. Like, it's going to say your name. Because, and then I walk over and I open it up, and I'm like, it was just whatever their name was. And I was like, oh.
Simultaneously, I'm like, oh my God, I booked this for the wrong day.
Oh no.
We didn't say that to them. We're like, because they're like, and they were really nice. They're like, it must be double booked. And we're like, and I'm just thinking, like, Aaron doesn't mess things up. It's
No,
messed up
I
at all.
am really good at details.
So I'm like, it's not messed up. These people are in our spot, and I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna have to leave. Like, you know. And then we're walking away, and we're like, oh.
I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. And we're like, okay. There, we saw a lot of empty campsites. We'll just go, and then
I was like,
feign innocent error
So my
if somebody
idea-
wants to camp there.
So the idea was, like I said, I'm like, let's pick a campsite with an open campsite next to it. So if someone does show up, and it's already after dark, it's getting to
You could just move over.
it's getting near 10 o'clock at this point.
It's pitch black.
Yeah, so I was just like, if someone does pull up and say like, hey, this is my site, and we'll be like, then we could fake like, oh, we're supposed to be here. Like, oh, do you guys mind just going there? Because they're like almost identical at this point.
Yeah.
So hopefully they would have been like, oh yeah, that's cool. Because then they know like in their mind that this campsite's open because it's supposed to be theirs. So that was my thought process.
I feel.
But if not, if we had to move, then we could move to the next open site. But they were cool because they had a front spot with the fire ring and then a back spot. Like there was a creek back there where you set up your tents and stuff. So it was like, they were like more than just, these aren't just your like flat land or pulling your car, set up your tent. They were pretty cool sites.
Yeah, so this was like a Tuesday night after 4th of July. So there were a lot of empty campsites. Like, felt okay about it. We picked a campsite, which was like right across the street from the area that we were supposed to be staying, or I thought we were supposed to be staying in. Across the street from the bathroom. We get set up. We're like hanging out. Every time a car like drives by, we're just like, this is it. This is when they find out that we're cheating. And then
No. the
what
rules.
was I going to bed? Why did I get up when the raccoon tried to steal your M&Ms?
Oh no, so it was like late enough that we weren't, and we couldn't, so we couldn't get far enough, like we couldn't figure out, like we weren't going to go try and get firewood or anything at this campground. It was too late. It would have been a pain in the ass to try and haul it. So we gathered up some sticks, you know, and just got like a little stick fire going, just to drink like one beer around the fire before we went to bed. And then Erin was like, oh my God, get away. And she runs over. There were raccoons getting at my
I like
pram bag.
screamed, no!
Yeah.
Little bastards.
Yeah. And so we ran over there and they had like
There's
started,
nobody to tell you about the raccoon situation.
Right.
Yeah, so at the
There was an
last-
unknown raccoon situation.
So at the last gas station stop for the day, I'd picked up peanut M&Ms,
Mhm.
and like the raccoons had almost got him out of my frame bag. Like they had like started to yank him
Yeah.
out of there. And when Aaron noticed,
Were
if she
they
would have
standing
known,
up?
they had to be.
It
I mean,
was like in the bag.
Oh,
It was
man.
like pulling it was like probably like a tiny corner was sticking out, and it was like,
Caesar's
yanking it out.
creepy. Caesar's creepy.
mm,
So we moved our bikes up, and then we're like, same kind of situation. We're on our bikes. We're like, where are we gonna hide our food?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I had a length of rope.
Yeah.
right, but you went home with Yanda.
and also there were no like, the trees were real tall, and there was a couple young ones that didn't feel like they could support
Oh boy.
like the stuff. So we're trying to figure out what to
30
do.
pounds of food.
Right.
But then we were also, Ben was worried even with the panniers having the smell of food on him, and he didn't want him to rip open his the panniers.
Yeah, that was my
So we're having this whole debate trying to figure out what to do with like the rest of the food.
Oh man.
I think did you guys put one bag full of food into the bathroom?
I put my food in your food.
You
I
used my
had
plan?
No, I did. Well, the bathroom
After
had
so
like
much-
a dish
This is why we didn't tell you about any of this. We
with a
messed up.
shelf over the sink.
We messed up not having the right campsite. Then nowhere to put our food. By the way, on the way out in the morning, they had bike or hiking camping sites with raccoon sticks.
Yeah.
Put your
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But so there was a dish area in the bathroom with a shelf above it. And so I had a musette with me, so I put my food and Tim's food in the musette, and I was like, it's fine. I'm putting the food up there.
Yeah.
But Ben had something spill in your paneer. And so he was like, it doesn't matter, like, this is going to attract them. So he had all his food in there, and I was like, we're just going to put it in the ladies' room. It'll be fine. And he was like, ugh. And I was like, it'll be fine.
Well,
It'll
one
be
of
fine.
Ben's things was he was like, I'm going to put it behind the bathroom and hang it. And I'm like, well, they're going to find it back there too.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna.
Yeah, so we put it in the bathroom. Then I don't know how much. Ben probably got 1 hour of sleep that night.
Oh man.
Oh, it also rained that night. That's true.
So to say it rained is not very
How would you describe it?
Did you not sleep? Did you sleep that night?
I did sleep that night, but it also reminds me of when you got in the tent, and I was like, "Is this what you do every night when you get in this tent?"
Yeah, so Aaron's never...
What is this, an episode of Cribs?
Oh, yeah, it's a nightmare. And I was like, and this is sober Tim getting in this tent. You should see what it's like when I'm hammered. But, so we got... Anyways, that doesn't matter.
No.
Sidebar.
We're going back to this.
We'll come back to it. Anyways, we get in the tent. There was no chance of rain as we were riding that day for that evening. There was a chance for the morning. We got into our tents that night, and then like about an hour after we went to bed, it just stormed like lighting up the tent lightning.
Yeah.
So like
nice.
downpour.
Ooh.
It turned out we were really lucky with where we set up the tent. No water was coming underneath,
Nice.
but it
Yeah.
was like literally loud and lighting up, like just crazy. So when you say Ben got no sleep, he was one, worried about his bags. Two, like I didn't get much sleep because it was just like blowing up all night long, like just insanely. You didn't notice
Well,
any of
this
that?
is the next night,
No,
so you
I was
still had
sleeping.
one more night.
This is the last night. Yeah.
Oh, this is
At Ohio, Pyle.
Yeah.
So last night.
By the way, let's say hi to
So why are you worried
Jacob
about
and
your food?
Oren, and they jumped in here. Tim is
Good
so Larry
question.
David right now.
If it's the last night, why are you
That's why
worried
I
about the
can't.
food?
I literally can't watch Curb Your
'Cause we
Enthusiasm.
had a lot
It hits
of
too
it.
close to home.
That we hadn't eaten.
Yeah. I still have food.
And just,
Oh, Rusty
I
jumped
didn't
in
care
here.
about
What's up,
going through
Rusty?
my bag. Yeah, ripping
I just
Oh.
didn't want to hear raccoons all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleepy jumped
I didn't
in
really
too.
care. I was like, I'll sacrifice my bag. One bag.
So then Ben was up all night, and then did you wait until I got up to go in the bathroom to get the food?
No, I had
He staked it out.
snuck into the ladies' room.
And
early in
then
the
by
morning.
the time I got up, even he had used his like hammock tarp to make a shelter. And by that time it had stopped raining, but
They were up and it was
Rusty's
pretty.
in there?
They were up and they were up really early, and I kept thinking like, I'm not trying to get up. It's still pouring. What are we gonna do? Like, but then we got up in the morning. They're like, it's gonna rain all morning, and it's like, oh, we're just gonna have to pack up in the rain. And Ben set up
the
the
radar showed like from
Yeah.
when I looked at like 2 a.m, it just never stopping till like 4 o'clock there. So it was like I was just planning on getting
We're gonna have to
drenched.
pack up in the rain.
we
we're
stayed
gonna-
dry all day though.
So,
Yeah.
so again, he sets up this thing, and we're thinking we could pack up our stuff underneath his tarp.
Yeah.
I drink my coffee. I'm starting to break my stuff down inside the tent. You know, like my sleeping situation. It just turns into a light drizzle. We get out on the trail. It's foggy, cloudy.
That fog looks cool.
Yeah, and the video you could
Yeah.
see like the sun rays through it. Nothing. We weren't
Yeah.
getting wet at all.
We didn't get wet that whole day
Except for
until
the last
after we got to the
10
end.
minutes.
Yeah. Oh, might as well. Well, you were just talking about Brad played. So this is me finally climbing out, and it's like you could see it's wet all around, but it was, yeah. After just thinking we're going to keep getting soaked, it was just fine. I mean, rainfly obviously wet, and this is where we're walking back through the campsite, and then we see all these like hiking, biking
Yeah,
campsites. They have the
Ohio
raccoon
Pyle
steaks
seemed
and all that stuff.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like great,
Oh, so
like
that's why you
different
wanna
types of
go back.
campsites.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
The
have
mountain
mountain
bike trail.
biking. I just think it's beautiful. I don't know what it is about the
the
specific.
natural water slide.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the specific like
I mean, look at that. Yeah.
flora there, but it just
Really
I love it.
resonated with you.
yeah, it did. It really resonated with me. That's a great way to put it. Thank you, Bradley.
I read a lot.
I have a large vocabulary.
I have many leather-bound books.
They're all D&D books.
Traveling through, what is D's lightning?
Oh, you walked right into it.
I don't get it. Guys! Brad's over there dying.
It's kind of like Utica.
Get her with it. You get
D's,
it.
D's
I don't get
nuts. D's nuts. I don't know.
I'm gonna.
The lightning part.
I don't know.
Traveling through said Ohio Pyle's favorite PA State Park. He spent many days there. Yeah, so
Many days.
many.
Many days.
Not very many nights. Ladder
Traveling through, haha, got him. Yeah, great
Oh,
whitewater. I think Ohio Pyle was a place that,
There it is.
yeah, even to drive through and spend like the day in Ohio Pyle would be like, I mean, a couple days like we did at Jake's Rocks, I think would be worthwhile.
Can we
Oh.
not pause it like that?
Yeah, pause it right there.
No, that's not any better, Timothy. Tim.
Anyways, now that I have your all attention.
Thanks for coming.
That's great. Let's stop it there.
Oh,
That's
I
perfect.
could also just go to some other angle.
What?
Oh, they want to know the Utica joke because I
Oh.
hinted at that last week.
Oh, I forget it.
Oh, do you?
Utica these balls. I said Ben's got a great Utica joke.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, well, Ben does. Like, you'll have to tell it to you.
I gotta show Aaron this video first.
Oh, so,
Wait,
Real
what
quick.
video?
The
So-
D's nuts,
you have a what?
the D's nuts reference.
Oh boy.
Can you put that in the Discord so then we can play it for the whole classroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have enough gum for everyone?
So, anyways, Yonda said paddled the upper and lower. I think he said it's pronounced Yukona. Can't remember. Yukona these nuts.
I was just gonna say.
Anyway, I can't remember.
I
what he
got a
said.
good Yukona joke.
Yeah, I can't remember how
Oh.
Yonda pronounced it. So Yonda's paddled it. Traveling through said he lived in the woods for 10 months in Ohio Pyle. Long story. So traveling through, you probably knew the men.
Oh yeah.
Go,
I did,
go
yeah.
on. I'm talking to Bradley.
It's not polite to tell secrets.
Yeah, I
This is
like that
between
you-
me and
I
Bradley.
like that you can't.
Go
wait till
on.
we're
Just
done.
do your thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Okay. It's okay.
it's COVID.
I
No.
put it in the Discord.
All right. But traveling through said, he lived in the for 10 months. Long story. And then traveling through said the lower yuck is sick. Almost died there one time. Where are you having me go, Ben? The Discord.
Share a vid.
We need
What?
This is where
What a thumbnail.
Sound.
Sound.
I have
You
it.
clicked it twice.
No.
Hey, Stace. Hey, Jalen, my daddy there? Yeah. Let me tell him something just real quick. What's up, Dad? Hey, Dad. What's good? Oh. Hey, did something come in the mail today? What? Did something come in the mail today? Oh, cause some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him. Got him. Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
Got him.
Oh.
A hydraulic kayaking dimple rock?
Say
Wait.
what?
It's, let's try and
Process all of this. Oh, Yonda's.
the lower yuck.
Yonda's in session.
Kevin, what's up? Kevin said I had a friend in high school that died whitewater kayaking in Ohio Pyle. We didn't even get over to the waterfall or anything. We could
No,
see
we
it from
didn't
the
go
bridge
to
a little.
the
yeah.
natural water slides.
Wow. So I guess it is gnarly.
Whoa, traveling through, his old man was pinched in a hydraulic kayaking dimple.
This is turning a real sad
What is
turn.
it? What is a hydraulic kayaking dimple rock?
I think it's a type of well, I'm not gonna say anything bad.
I feel like I asked the wrong person.
No, it's I think it's like a water. I want to say feature for lack of a better term. Just like what?
Oh,
Like
water,
a-
like a
like a
water, like a water
classification?
sport.
Yeah. Like
18-foot falls, middle of town.
sick.
Yeah, that's right where you could see from the bridge over. Like,
Could somebody please define
Party side.
dimple for me?
Dimple rock these nuts.
Sorry about your
I-
dad.
Yeah,
I do not know what dimple means.
You don't need to lean it.
I like to lean.
Dimple rock is a rapid class 3.
Okay,
What's up, Andrew?
but a hydraulic dimple.
You joined at quite a moment. Now we're trying to be sad and funny at the same
It's
time.
a large rock
Which
with
is-
a very deep
Which is
undercut
my
that you can,
forte.
that can get stuck under.
Gotta find one of those rocks.
Okay, so yeah, so like kind of like a water feature.
All right. Anyhow, what happened next? Then
You're just gonna move on.
we're gonna get on. We're gonna move on.
I don't think we've left this Ohio Pyle yet.
I want to go back to Ohio Pyle.
Right.
In real life,
Okay.
IRL.
Before Ben made us watch that video.
Right, and then we went to
Right,
Connellsville,
the
and it
sun-
was weird.
This isn't up there yet. Was it weird?
It was,
Yeah,
it
we
was
saw
weird.
Oh, like those like kind of
Yeah,
crackheads
everything-
having the fight.
Everything about it was
Those
weird.
tweakers. There's those tweakers having a fight.
Say what?
Bradley, which one is mine? Which one is yours?
This one. So wait, what about the tweakers?
All right.
You got it on tape?
No, I didn't.
I
take-
thought you were gonna let's go to the tape.
There was nothing open that was good to eat here. You get into this town, which is kind of cool, but they have the really cool parks along the river and stuff, and they had a little coffee stand, but they had no food. So we just decided to go to the grocery store to get some food. But then where we stopped to eat, they had like lean-tos where you could camp.
Yeah.
So this is one side of town, and you go through this park here where you're seeing right now. And then on the other side of town, I didn't film anything when we were in the grocery store, but this is where the little coffee stand was. Right, and they had
Yeah, at the
bathrooms,
park.
which was nice. But then we came here, and there were a couple tweakers who were having like a breakup, and it was crazy.
Like tweak that on coffee?
Yanda, could you elaborate when you say Connellsville is fucked, please?
Connellsville was like working hard for the trailer, but then the trail town.
Yeah, they were working hard, but not getting anything done.
Ooh. Well, no, they had great spots, but like the tweakers were really.
Well, right. I like the lean-tos. The food options were not great.
It was just too early because remember we saw that there was a cafe right on the trail and stuff.
So what day is this?
This is the last day.
No, what day? Like Wednesday?
Yeah.
The last day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It
right
was-
here.
Wednesday.
We were all melting down. We were all melting down at this point.
When we got to this point,
That is a perfect
part.
place to stop.
Could you keep that pause there for the rest of the video?
when we got here, so there was this place. What is this? This Westwood or no?
No, not Westwood.
West something. W something. Let's look at. Let's go to the map.
Not my new shirt.
West Newton.
Okay, West Newton.
So West Newton was kind of cool because they had put like all these like outdoor like eating areas and like a brewery had a little stand, and you could overlook the river like you see in the video. But we were dead by this point. We were just exhausted, like pushing the bike so far, and it had been another long day. And then we sat there and had the beer, and Aaron was like, "Do you want another one?" And I don't even think I wanted another beer. I just didn't want to get up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Huh.
Yeah,
I was like, I will continue to sit here.
yeah, it was literally we wanted to chill. Like thank God I got a second wind because it is kind of cool through. It changes. It flattens out. You're not in the river valley anymore.
Yeah.
And you keep going through these small towns that have like these little like people put out coolers for cyclists and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Naked HD. Are you single?
Oh, they want a hybrid map here.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know why you're on this one.
Yeah. So there's a bike shop in that old. Was that like a train station or something?
Do they have a pillow?
And then all 4 of these houses are bed and breakfasts for like people on the trip.
For like sleeping in a bed and eating breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're,
Go on.
say maybe perhaps you're trying to sleep and eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Moving on.
What a weird concept.
But I think so. The satellite doesn't show, but now they have put in all these little stands where you could. Oh, it's not on the screen. Why don't
Oh,
you-
babe.
Oh,
Sorry.
Good.
Waka,
Ugh,
waka.
awkward. Okay.
So, anyways, bike shop is right here, and then these 4 houses are like the places where you could sleep and eat breakfast.
Do you have
Some-
their menus listed too? Can we see what they're serving?
But yeah, they've turned all this like, and this is like a drop to the river. So like that's where we were sitting and like drinking the beers and like hanging out, and we were just.
This is where you wanted to give up.
Yeah.
I think we were like.
I just wanted to take a nap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you hadn't slept.
My shoulder was hurting really bad, and so I like.
Because when Tim threw that pillow at you.
No,
this is true.
that's just my.
So this is
problem.
where we are
Yeah.
when that is going on.
Ben looks
I had
tired.
put a chair on its side and was just like digging into my shoulder
Yeah.
with it. I was so miserable.
How many miles was the last day?
It was 80, I think. I
Oh,
think it was
Oh,
80.
we did the Gap Trail in 2 days, which was 150, but with
Yeah.
our little like side, to
Yeah.
where we did 80 miles each of the last 2 days, and we were tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yana kept
Yeah.
asking me. He was like, "How much longer do they have?" I was like, "I think 2 more days." He's like, "Cause it's a haul to Pittsburgh from here." I was like, yeah, that's why they're doing it in 2 days. He's like, "Cause that's far. That'd be a far ride."
Yeah. This
One
is.
day. And I was
Do
like,
you
yeah,
see
that's-
my
again, why
shirt
we're doing
straps now? My
Oh, she went
shirt
under the.
stra-
She decided to go under the.
Nice.
style.
They were like pulling. They were making like the tightness in my muscle worse
Yeah.
somehow, and so I just like took all the straps off my shoulder.
Went
Oh, and then we
with
went
the
to
singlet? I love
McKeesport.
it.
We
Love
we
it.
go.
Oh, it was so bad.
You go through McKeesport. You don't go to McKeesport. But
No.
so they had a. What year was the fireman that you looked up?
70 something. I don't remember that.
This town is kind of burned to the ground, and it's clearly never recovered.
It's
You
true.
can still see the burn.
It really has not.
Yeah, look how dark. Yeah, that building is.
Oh, sorry.
There were like cool, like these cool industrial structures, but and this old roundhouse.
Like
but,
the best place we could have eaten was like Eaton Park, and
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that was open.
like I said in the video, I'm like, I don't want to kick it on this town, but that town fucking sucked.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Real Gary,
Me
Indiana,
as Jane and
Pennsylvania.
Tarzan.
But then, so it's almost all industrial on the way
Oh,
into
me
Pittsburgh.
stretching my shoulder because I'm in so much pain.
So they were in
That's
Irontown. Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting because once you hit McKeesport, it just like
McKeesport. There's no
McKeesport.
N in it
Mc-
after.
McKean
At all.
McKeesport. Once you start having water sports. Oh, we messed up here. Yeah,
Oh, this is where you guys.
Oh,
got-
we're already in Pittsburgh now?
it's only 10 miles from McKeesport.
Oh, it seems so much longer.
Remember when you said that the Paw Paw Tunnel? It's like only 40 minutes from here, and it was like 3 hours later.
Yeah. Trying to keep the.
Okay, pause it, babe, because we need to tell them
This
how
is the terminus.
What's
we somehow got off the Gap Trail, and then we got back on the Gap Trail, and then we finally got here.
Yeah. So let's go through some comments.
McKeesport.
Aaron went full Andre the Giant style. Exactly.
It's true.
The
I mean,
singlet.
And then Kevin said McKeesport was decimated after the steel industry left.
I
thought
believe that.
And yeah, that's exactly.
I think you said that in the video too.
I was just like,
very
it's
Rust
it's
Belt.
like us.
Yeah.
Like it's like us, and they haven't bounced back yet. And even what they were trying to do trail time
Or
wise,
it's like Youngstown or Canton.
Youngstown,
or,
Canton.
yeah. all the
And
other
they-
towns around us.
Yeah, everything
Right.
in the Midwest. Yeah, but they had like you could tell they had like tried to work the trail angle, but like everything was pre-COVID and faded, so it's like it kind of lost their whatever they were going for. People stopped showing up to the meetings, type stuff, and traveling through. Yeah, so
Wow. Did you see what Yonda said?
I did.
what did you?
My
But
family's
don't
in-
skip ahead. Don't skip
Oh, sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Okay.
Babe, did the battery on the Hero 10 hold up for you?
I brought 5 batteries.
He brought 5 batteries.
Sorry.
But how did
One
they
for each
individually
day.
hold up for you?
I think I only used 2.5 batteries, and some are from the Hero 9, so they don't have quite the life of the 10. But yeah, so I only used 2.5 batteries. I never had to recharge them to get through the trip. So, but I think I did bring 5 GoPro batteries to be safe traveling through. But
Both-
yeah,
Both Yonda.
so
Okay.
I'm shooting. So real quick, I shot every
No.
traveling through like shoots videos too.
See-
So sorry, I didn't mean that like that.
Keep going.
I felt like I should still.
Go on.
But I shot everything in 4K 24 frames a second. I didn't do any slow motion or anything like that. So it was all in just 4K 24 FPS. So, anyways,
FPS.
he knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. And then McDee's port.
Wait, I thought we were not going to skip ahead.
We are. I'm not. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to Rick's comment about how Ben is the only one with proper touring bags. I feel proud of my bike packing setup. I got a basket bag. I got a Zeitgeist. I
Other
put
people-
my
other
sleeping bag
people
on the
have-
front.
Other people have said this in the comments, but Ben is the one with the touring setup. We went with more of a bike packing setup.
Yeah, panniers. That's
But carrot ice bags are traditionally touring setups too. It's just they all work. Make it whatever works work for you. But yeah, like Ben does have the classic touring setup going, like lower bags, lower center of gravity. it's not like. And again, there's no fucking prize. There's no prize.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Ben, are you
I got
looking?
a comment from Rick. So.
Are you looking for a prize?
Have you seen the bikes Rick
Look how
rides?
proud of himself
Yeah,
He's pretty proud. He's pretty
so
proud.
proud. He's literally beaming.
Yeah.
Literally beaming.
This is the most.
Oh, Ben, don't not look at the camera. Like, look at your fans.
How much serotonin do you just get?
Oh, I know. He has never been this high in his life. And this dude has done a lot of cocaine.
Okay, anyhow. McKeesport sucks, blah, 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 blah.
No,
Jeez,
Yonda said.
FPS.
Yonda's family is in Pittsburgh. Said when he mentions
Why
the
did
gap,
you
they
smack
always
me?
say to skip McKeesport or you'll get mugged. Oh man.
The trail doesn't go through. Whatever. There's no danger. I mean, I don't know. We didn't roll through at night, but at the same time, you're on the river. You're not going into the center of town on the trail. Like, I don't know. I would hate that if someone said that about Summit Lake, right? You know, it would piss me off. Like, would
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ride
yeah.
through there, and like, so I don't know. I don't know McKean's
That's a good point.
sports. So I don't
I'm
want
glad
to.
you said that. Yeah.
So I don't, and that's what I say that in the video. I'm like, I don't want to talk shit about a town I don't know, but there wasn't a lot going on. Like, you know, like, but we didn't go into town. We don't, and again, like, they probably have like a Highland Square district, like 1 mile outside of their downtown.
I just
where-
saw where Jay Dandy wrote.
What do you
Rick's got the.
wrote? They're usually teammates in their old age, and now he just slammed Rick.
Rick's got the.
Yeah, I think you're the Jade.
That's good.
Anyhow, we finally made it to Pittsburgh. We got to the end of the trail.
See, this is what they see.
Okay, you can't.
I can't.
Oh, here it is.
No, yeah. See, I can make it happen, but you gotta, you know.
Maybe you should give me that. Maybe I should drive the bus.
All right.
We finally made it to Pittsburgh.
Andre the Giant shows
Pretty much. Still Jane. We.
Hogan.
Yeah, an artiste at work. And then we take our pictures. And then
The sky's open.
everything just collapses.
Our car is a mile from here, and I think I say it in the video, but we take these pictures. But if you look behind them, you could just see the storm clouds. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so to get back to where we left the car, of course, we somehow stayed dry the whole trip. Like we said, the first night, the last night, we just got completely obliterated.
Yeah.
Like we tried to wait it out
I
under a
love
hotel
that. I love
awning,
it, Yeah.
and like, and I was saying like, you know, I know Ben's always like the go for it guy. I'm like, let's just see if it's gonna. Let's open up the radar and see if it's gonna pass what we have. Like, 'cause it's just pouring
Yeah,
outside. Like,
yeah.
we got to the spot.
This is what dark sky's for.
Yeah,
you know.
let's just check, and like let's see, and then it's like, it kind of lightened up a little bit, and it's like, all right, we can't stand here all day. Let's
getting
just go for it.
hammered.
Right. And Ben was like, I can go get the car. And I was like, right, you're going to go get the car. And then we're going to have to stand in the rain to put the things in the car.
you're
And then
just
put
gonna
the
get
bikes
There
in
wasn't
the
a good
car.
spot. We're in downtown
Like,
Pittsburgh.
yeah.
But we were under an awning.
I
But
know,
there was
but that was
also
the
a ton of
hotel's
activity.
awning.
I know.
There was a ton of activity going on there.
I'm very conscientious about imposing on other people.
We got
I'm not saying that's a strength.
So much
I'm just
room
saying.
for activities.
And then, so we finally went to the parking garage. I feel like I was kind of like a badass riding to the parking garage.
Oh yeah, Aaron was.
I may have been a maniac, and people, and Tim and Ben were afraid for my life and themselves, but
Ben waited at some lights that me and Aaron sailed through. If that gives you any
That
indication.
It
does.
was
That's a
boring,
huge
and I was just
indicator.
like, nobody's gonna hit me, I'm going.
They were worried about getting wet, and we were already soaked. So
I,
it's like,
I had
another
a little dryness left.
another 2 seconds is not gonna kill me.
My bag. It
This
was
car might kill me.
It
But
had a-
when I went through that car was
I
an
know.
issue. See, I would not have done that had I been riding with people that I didn't trust could make their own judgment call.
I also feel like.
Oh, I'm gonna use that.
I also
That's
feel
gonna
like.
come back to haunt you. That is gonna.
Bradley.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be the most like
It's
cautious
gonna
person. I'm
hurt.
like, no.
It's gonna sting so
Aaron,
bad.
Aaron
when
was
I
like
pull
straight
that
up like
out.
the stuff she gives me shit for. She's like, oh, have you been watching Terry B again in New York? All of a sudden she just like had like absorbed every lesson and was like, nope, nope, like you know,
Just
like,
salmoning.
yeah.
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 And then we got back to the car, and we walk into the parking garage, and we walk past like the, I don't know, customer service agent booth, whatever you want to call it, to the elevator. We're drenched, and there was like multiple people there, and we're just like, hey. We're like, okay.
Do you remember when Ben tried to
You
get
guys
on the
know what
elevator with
adventure
us?
looks like?
We
Wait,
just
like
got
what?
to pit. The elevator just wasn't big enough for 3 people and 3 bikes, and we just
And he's
really
like-
wanted it to be.
And he's like, well, like, maybe
And
wait till the next one.
You left him there.
Bye.
Did you wave the goodbye to him the same way you waved to me? Like-
4 or 5, Ben, 4 or 5. And then we get up there and like we're like trying to unpack, like trying to like figure out what's wet,
You
what's
guys are
not.
doing all this work, and I'm just like, I am not wearing this wet. I'm over there like,
And we all had dry clothes in the car.
Yeah.
because we had been to Pittsburgh and we
Yeah.
had left stuff from Pittsburgh. Yeah. Oh, remember how I didn't have any of my lights
Yeah.
on the whole trip, and I'm like,
They were in the car.
they were all just they were all on the floor of the pet, like where I was sitting the entire time.
He's like, oh man, I hope.
Real. Taking those
I
real
hope
lessons
Mark,
to heart.
who is one of Tim's tenants upstairs, I hope he saw them outside and he picked them up and like he's got them for me. They were
No,
in the
they were in the
freaking
car.
car.
Yeah, they were in the car.
Oh, incredible.
Ugh.
I thought Aaron's tank top came like that. I was like, my GF with like something like that.
No, you just take the strap off.
Just
When I first noticed that, I turned around. I'm like, when did Andre the Giant join us on this tour?
oh,
I was
love it.
like, I don't know why, but it's making it worse. Maybe it wasn't making it worse. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, you were incubating at that. So.
Aaron gave,
That's true. I was incubating.
I just said, Aaron gave Ben Pop-Tarts and Gatorade before the elevator doors closed.
Take care, Ben. Take care. Hope to see you soon.
That's why, because the Airbnb had Pop Tarts, and then Ben and I were talking about our favorite Pop Tarts, and that's when he said, one of his favorites was fudge. And it's like you could not
Yeah,
say.
because Ben.
He was eating something at the time.
He could not say. I don't know if he can say
I
fudge
had a-
normally.
I had a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. And it's like stuck to my.
Yonda, are you here?
Uh,
I totally freaked out when I was in the CVS getting Brad's COVID test, his Gatorade, and his Pop-Tarts. On my ride in, I was like, I need a COVID test, I need Gatorade, I need Pop-Tarts, I need water, and I need a fifth thing. And I got to CVS, and I was like, got the COVID test, got the Gatorade, got the Pop-Tarts, got the water. What the fuck was what was the fifth thing? I like melted
Is
down
it after 10?
to Bradley.
Oh, it's almost 10.
And then I was like, I don't know what the fifth thing it was. And then it was cookies for Yonda.
Oh, that's right.
Rusty
He
asked,
didn't know.
so we've talked about this. Why didn't
I know, but he deserved
we take the
cookies.
train the whole way? So,
Oh, great
but
question.
so we were debating this. Then we finally realized the train leaves Cleveland at 2:30 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
So we drove to Pittsburgh, had a night hanging out, had fun, had an Airbnb, and got up in the morning and took the train. Then we spent a day in DC hanging out with our buddy Gabriel, riding around. Well, Ben went to bed because he was exhausted, but just the way it worked out. But so
I took a nap.
one, we would have to get up to Cleveland in the middle, late at night.
I thought it was something about the bikes. I thought it was
When
'cause
we
they-
No.
also when we planned the trip, Amtrak was not actually having the bike car available yet.
Yeah.
And so then we would have had to get up to Cleveland, park the car, boxed up bikes,
Yeah, we had
put
to-
them in luggage at 2:30 to be on a train at 2:30 in the morning. So I think all things being equal now, we might have done that, and we might have even pitched down on
But then we debated it though, because then what time would we get there, and then we would be like, how?
We would have gotten there at the same time. It's the same train.
Oh yeah, duh.
We did not consider getting on the train in Cleveland.
we did.
We did.
I think we looked
No,
at
we
it
talked
because they
about
weren't
it.
taking
No, we
bikes at the time,
No, they were.
but they weren't in the way that they changed it to being able to load them on the car.
I just think we were going to be too tired the next day, and that would just kind of set everything off.
Whatever.
I like
And
the
you
way it
guys,
worked out.
you two just wanted to go to Pittsburgh so goddamn bad.
That's an up and coming brewery town.
It's an up and coming brewery.
Anyhow,
Who knew? I had fun in Pittsburgh. I liked it.
I had fun in Pittsburgh.
We had a good
Except
night.
for
at
that one highway detour, but that's
Right, the
fine.
highway detour and Ben not having his key.
Ben also pulling a Brad.
We went
Oh,
to
my.
so I do have pictures of this place. We went to.
Oh, sorry.
Was that called
Pointy.
Dancing Gnome?
So,
Dancing
so
Gnome was
pointy,
cool.
yeah.
Hey,
What?
let's focus.
Oh my God.
Can you tell we haven't hung out since this?
Yeah.
Since this trip, this is our first time all together.
I was when Ben
Oh.
he was messing up.
He's so mad. Look at him. Poor bud.
Wow, yeah, he's
Kind of looks like me.
really beating himself
Yeah.
up there.
Oh,
Oh wait,
what
that's
was
what he's
it?
mad about the Wahoo.
He's mad about the Wahoo. I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, and I'm taking photos.
Yeah, and there's Brad.
Just laughing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, go to the next picture. Better. That's better, babe.
What was the? Oh yeah, so we drove to Pittsburgh, spent the night there, cruising around. We had a good time. We rode 15 miles.
Yeah. Well, I think Ben did double that, but
So yes, at this brewery which had a food truck out front. Before Hitchhiker, we get out there, and we blocked up to a light pole.
Yeah.
Like they had
Something.
string lights.
Yeah.
And Ben realized he didn't have the key for his bike lock with him.
that's why I don't have those locks.
On me.
because-
I had it at the Airbnb,
Yeah.
which was like
Yeah.
maybe
Only
8
half.
miles
But
away.
also, like, a highway bridge away. Like, the mileage wasn't a big deal, but the highway bridge was.
Yeah.
There
But,
was
so
other
then we're
ways.
thinking, how can we unplug these string
They
lights?
also weren't great.
But we're thinking, how can we unplug these string lights and lift Ben's bike over it
Right,
and all that? And then instead, the solution is that we'll just ride to the next brewery and Ben will go back and get his key and meet us there.
We left Ben again.
Yeah.
Did you see what Pudgy said? You guys kept the highway thing.
We
Yeah, the
really
theme park
did.
tour.
It was
We did,
so
Pudgy.
bad. It was so bad. It was worse.
No,
Pudgy.
no.
It was
No,
worse.
it was
It was
worse.
worse.
It was worse.
Oh, way
Yeah.
worse.
Oh yeah, because all the traffic had to
'Cause
stop
we
to
just
let
had
us over.
Yeah, because we had.
So in
we had to
Syracuse,
go
we just went through
straight.
one bad intersection. In
It's
Syracuse,
so bad.
in Syracuse, we went through one bad intersection that everyone has to go through. That's
Right.
just the route. And you're like, oh shit, if I turn this way, I'll be on a freeway. But then you're like, oh, I go straight.
At
this-
least the people in Pittsburgh were. They
Yeah.
realized that holy shit, they
But
they
so
aren't supposed to
in
be
Syracuse, it was a hairy intersection that was the only way.
here. The whole highway
This,
stopped.
we were on a bridge that the bridge all of a sudden had
It
a
was
lane.
so bad.
The right lane takes you onto the freeway, and if you guys know the topography of Pittsburgh at all, like there's not a lot of choices. And the left lane takes you into the part of town, and we just all of a sudden had to slam on the brakes and sit there in the lane and figure out a way to get across to where we needed to be. It was
That's
10
why
times-
my face looked like that in that photo.
Yeah.
Trying to
Well,
get my
here's the
Wahoo
thing-
to work,
Yeah.
so we didn't have to do that again.
No, here's the thing. I think Ben and I are very similar. We're like, if we are the responsible party for the disaster, we can like cope and reroute and like deal with it. But if we're not the responsible party for the disaster, then we're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how do we fix this? And we have no resources to do that. So like Ben's Wahoo wasn't working, so I was like, okay, we're gonna go this way.
It's a tough
And then
environment.
Ben had no resources to like adjust.
I think I have on the way. Oh, we took a different bridge on the way back, so we didn't.
Yeah.
Did I catch any of that like horrible bridge?
No, I don't think so.
No, you probably.
Short version is I tried to kill us in Pittsburgh, and Ben
Google tried to
didn't
kill us.
didn't. No, it was a ride with GPS
Well, I think
route.
the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
thing
that's
about this trip that we could keep in mind is like that Erin's usually perfect, and
Right.
she completely
And
fucked up. her
I
life.
was so burnt out. I almost killed us on a bridge.
Yeah. Gave
I
me
made
COVID.
I gave Bradley COVID.
Yeah.
I got COVID. I made a reservation for the wrong night.
No, keep going. No. This,
Oh.
I was talking to Ben while you do your thing.
I made a lot of mistakes. I'm so sorry.
But you didn't ruin the trip because
Brad did.
You're right.
Brad did.
Right. I got COVID after I got home. I didn't need to get picked up in Maryland. Thank you, Yanta.
So, who's you two? How do you say this with the?
No, we didn't go to Bill's in New Orleans. How did you know that people told us to do that?
What is Bill's in
Little-
Little Orleans?
Those
What?
dudes outside the
Ah.
rabbit hole, they told us to go to Bill's, and outside that's where we need to get the food from.
Wait, outside the rabbit hole or outside
Yeah.
Great Falls?
No, outside the rabbit hole. Those three guys, remember? They
I
took
don't
my
remember
picture.
these
I
guys.
took their picture.
Oh yeah, we were all. This is one of those things where you start talking to people and like, God, this is gonna ruin like 45
They were
minutes of
also
our
on
life.
bikes. They were on their tour, and they were going the other way.
Oh yeah. You were the only one who interacted.
What was
with
I
them.
doing?
The three of us did not at
Was
all.
I
I
smoking
sent them
cigarettes?
a link to your YouTube channel too.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Bradley.
They were the ones that gave you coke.
Well, if they're watching that right now, I appreciate it.
I would like to take a moment to celebrate Ben's immune system. Ben shared beers with Bradley when he was probably contagious. And then continued to hang out with me probably when I was contagious. And then rode the entire way back from Pittsburgh to here while I was probably contagious. Shared beers on that route. And then pretty much the last interaction we had was Ben being like, would you like some of my water? And me taking it and drinking out of it. And he didn't get COVID.
I've also seen Ben eat food off the floor of the bike shop. So.
Yeah.
Do you think that you've just strengthened your system?
I think
So
so.
we need to go to the maps on Little
Let's
Orleans
go-
because I
let's
don't
go
know
on
what
the
it
maps.
is. Where is this and what is it?
Ben's from
Ben's
like,
also the only one that made it up the Pawpaw Trail.
That's
Pawpaw
true.
Beach
He
Without
did.
putting a foot down.
Without putting a foot down.
I was nowhere near
You
that.
said in your video that you only put a foot down twice. Does that, when you were walking up that whole section, does that just count as putting your foot down once? I don't understand. I was confused about that.
Yeah.
Good question, Bradley. Good
Yeah,
question.
put a foot down twice. I had to walk
you
twice.
asked it so well. Oh, Bradley.
Yeah, I had to walk twice.
Oh.
Put a foot down twice.
Oh, that's what I just stopped putting a foot down. It's like stabilizing. Like,
God,
oh,
man, if you take everything this literal, how do you live? What is Little Orleans?
Zoom out. Where?
oh, there it is, Bill's Place.
Where?
I know that's what I typed in.
No, you typed in Little Orleans.
Yeah, and they.
Yeah, click on Bill's Place so you can find out what it is.
But let's
Oh,
back on and
the
see where we
Western
are.
Rail Trail is there. After a tunnel, after the Indigo Tunnel.
Let's keep going a little more.
Oh, it's after Hancock.
Ah, Pawpaw
Oh.
and Hancock. Go
It's
say,
between Pawpaw and Hancock. You
Oh,
got
man.
the Hancock and you got the Pawpaw.
So I literally
it was
just said that.
halfway through.
But you didn't make the hand motion.
Yeah, your hand motions are the best.
Let's.
What is that, Bradley?
That's my thumb.
What? Are you on? Is there a technical issue?
Oh, this kind of reminds me of like kind of Primo's Deli at home, right? Holly. Beers.
Boats and bait.
Oh, I thought I was going to say brats. Oh, it says bikers welcome, and they actually have a picture of a bicycle. We've made the mistake a lot of times when it says bikers welcome, and they meant motorcycles. Huh, yeah. No, we did not know about it. Well,
I
apparently
mean,
it's
we
Bradley.
were, yeah. It's between Hancock and Pawpaw, so we were probably like just. We don't feel the need to stop at that point.
I'm reading these comments. What?
Go on.
Go on. I wasn't going.
You weren't listening.
No.
I have nothing to say.
I was reading the chat.
It's fine. Do you want to have a fight on here?
No, I would like to know what you were talking about.
I was just saying that it's between Hancock and Pawpaw. So we had a breakfast stop in Hancock, and so we probably didn't feel the need to stop between Hancock and Pawpaw.
Oh, yeah. We did not, because William LeBron said they stayed in Pawpaw, or ate in Pawpaw. We didn't go into the town at all. It's the other side of the river. You have to go out a little off the trail to go to. But yeah, that was the time of day when we weren't stopping. Yeah.
Remember the guy at the bottom of the Pawpaw detour?
Oh, that poor man. He did not know that there was gonna be a detour, and he was.
No, I think he knew, but he didn't realize because we're like, it's down here, and he's like, oh, it's down. And we're like, it's down here, but it's not down.
It goes over the mountain.
Tim was
He's like,
just
oh.
ripping. He's like,
Poor bud.
I don't
it's
feel
like you're probably gonna be walking the whole thing.
I was
It's like,
talking-
oh, it's not down. It's
I was talking to Dan Rice's wife today at Summit Lake, and she was like, people say the Pawpaw detour isn't that bad. Is that true? I was like, oh, no. Who would say that? It's horrible.
Yeah, who
Horrible.
would say that?
Horrible.
Horrible. is
You're
how
gonna
it's saying.
hike up a mountain and then like
They made a tunnel through this.
descend
they
down
made-
a mountain.
They made a tunnel through this mountain for a reason. There's
Yeah.
no way over.
Right.
Oh.
And so for us, like,
Someone
they-
was asking me.
I
about
mean,
it.
it's
told me-
doable. It's not like a deal breaker.
No, it's like it's just doing like switchbacks of Cadillac Hill out.
it's so I didn't even realize
That's
this
the
point. So
fever talking.
Stu had said he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "What would you do on a loaded e-bike?" And I'm like, "Oh God." But then talking to Dan Rice's wife today, she was like, "What about people on trikes or recumbents?" And I was like, "I didn't even think of that."
Yeah.
'Cause we saw how many people are touring on trikes. Like,
None.
how do you get over that? No, there's a ton.
Track.
None was not the right answer.
I didn't see any.
Your eyeballs and your eyeballs obviously had a different experience.
He was like,
Bradley had a fever, so.
Yeah, that day is.
that bog woman. That was two.
Right.
that bog woman, how's she gonna get over this?
That was actually two recumbent.
So you saw the bog woman too?
No, I did see something weird
I
at
saw a beaver.
the bog. No, there was
I did see
multiple
something
beavers.
weird at the bog.
There was
Go on,
three
go on.
beavers.
They all.
No. What did you see at the bog? I want to know what you saw at the bog.
I think it was beavers, but multiple beavers. All at once.
That's not weird.
That's acceptable.
That's exactly natural. Yeah.
After all the other stuff we saw and heard.
Would you say it was a creepy amount of beavers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many beavers does
We heard Minotaur.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did hear a lot of weird stuff.
Minotaur?
Yeah. There was
Minotaur?
a minotaur. We heard a chicken man.
That,
Sorry, a human-sized chicken.
Just for the
Crab.
record.
Crab
Crab
man.
people. We saw a crab man.
We did see a crab man.
Yeah.
Just for you guys all making the Hancock jokes and the Cumberland jokes. Every time Aaron mentioned those names, we all laughed like Beavis and Butthead. So
Oh yeah.
you're not one upping us on those. We've just moved beyond.
You're late to the party.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Wait. So,
Well,
I'm gonna-
I think Ben and I just saw the
Yeah,
crab.
it is.
will you guys talk about the
there.
crab man
Okay.
one quickly? Go to web if you want.
This is.
I'm trying to go to GoPro.
We need
I died.
Oh.
Right.
you acting incredulous to make this work.
Let's unactivate and reactivate. Maybe we could fix it. Where's the mouse
Patrick.
period?
It's right
Use-
here.
You could see the mouse.
Oh no, that's just
No,
a
that-
button.
Oh, that's the problem. Did this battery die?
Thanks,
How are we
Lanky.
gonna do anything? How does this? Oh, it's USB. Micro USB.
You don't have a normal mouse down here?
Those are all HTMLs. Okay, you guys talk about the crab man because
Crab
I
man.
missed this. Yeah, I'll go grab a micro.
Yeah,
USB.
Ben and I saw a crab man.
A man. What?
A man, well, a crab pretending to be a man.
Oh, is it a man?
I don't understand.
Walking down the trail.
he was how?
He's crab walking.
Yeah, he was turned sideways on the trail doing that.
Like
And he
walking
was
down
doing
the
the
trail
pinching.
like that.
He was
When?
doing the pinching.
And then
It was
when we
right
went
out
by
of
him,
DC.
he had a hat over his hand, so he probably had a pincher.
Yeah, we think he was
A dog
hiding the
pincher?
claw in the hat.
Just a
And because the hat kind of came out, like he knew he wasn't going to be able to resist trying to pinch it. It was right outside of DC, which makes sense because it's so close to the ocean.
Chesapeake Bay.
Or Chesapeake Bay,
Do you
which
remember-
is
I asked
also
Gabriel about that.
connected to the ocean.
I was like, so you guys are pretty close to Chesapeake Bay, and he was like, people keep talking about that. I'm like, they can't do it.
I hope he was
Babe, I love your faces.
messing with you. So yeah, we saw a crab man.
I don't know about this crab man story.
Well, you didn't see him. Full blown. Oh God, I started reading it.
I mean, you get to that point where you're like, I just have no choice. Like, the world is just going to have to accept that this is what I have to do. What's happening, babe?
I was just trying to get the old GoPro.
Oh, because I look better in the GoPro? And
You
you,
like
want,
the GoPro.
you want
Jay-
the world to see me
Jay-
at my best.
Jay Dandy wanted to see Brad on the GoPro.
Yeah. And Jay Dandy gets what Jay Dandy wants.
Oh boy.
There you go. Wildly.
Ugh.
Show's active. Very hot though.
Thanks.
So speaking of crabmen,
Whoa.
Speaking of
See
crab,
party sizes comment
No,
I did.
wait.
over here.
Full liquid.
Look, I mean, what are you going to do? Bradley, why are you sweating so much?
Because I was just coughing like a maniac.
Okay. Are you okay? Can I get you some water? What can I do for you?
Sure, one.
Yonda, will you come pick up Bradley and take him home?
It's also very warm. I'm wearing jeans.
Man,
for some
I was
reason.
leaving a friend's like morning party one day, and I was driving my car, and
Is
it
this
was
Pittsburgh story?
no, it's not the Pittsburgh story.
Wait.
One time Tim boots his
You were
pants
leaving
in
a friend's
Pittsburgh.
morning party?
No, it was a party, and it was in the morning. I got up,
There we go.
and I'm driving. I'm driving home.
The next one.
Yes.
I'm driving home the next morning, and this over by Revere High School, and it's just a subdivision, middle class subdivision, and I all of a sudden like, what these people are talking about, like everything like where it's liquid and it's just not going to stay in, and your option is to like liquid poop your pants. I parked my car on the side of the street. And
You just stuck your butt out the window?
I
Oh.
walked. I walked into a concrete driveway on a hill, and just straight diarrhea all over their driveway. At like noon, it wasn't morning; it was like noon. We were like hungover, so it was like noon, and like there were people like mowing their grasses, like kind of in the periphery. And I was like, I just hope they're going. Like I like kind of looked when they were like turning the mowers around, and I'm like, hopefully I could pull this off. And I was like, if someone walks out this door right now, like there's just.
Guys, I don't think you understand. Tim will not talk about poop. I have zero discomfort talking about poop. When I bring up poop, Tim is like, "No, we
Yeah.
can't.
Shut
up.
Every
Don't
time.
ever talk
I
about
barely
this
went
again."
to the bathroom next to Brad.
Yeah, he couldn't even handle it.
Because I'm like, well, I can't go touring all day if I have poop in my pants. So the only reason I even went into the bathroom when Brad was in there was because like it was a dire situation.
Dire.
Yeah.
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 It was a diarrhea
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. This day, broad daylight, in someone's concrete driveway, in a like a subdivision, just a normal ass
See,
subdivision.
that would be
Broad.
desperation. For me, it would be like steps before desperation. Like, look, this is just a human thing. I
my-
can't.
I still lived at
We
I
talked
still
about it before it was an emergency.
I still lived at home, and I knew how wet it was. I'm like, I can't walk into my house if I just poop my pants. So I just, and it wasn't poop; it was just liquid. So I knew I had to go like. I knew I just had to do it,
Oh
and I didn't get caught. I pulled it off.
Pull it off. Nobody's gonna come out
That's your
and confront
pride?
you on that.
Is that you pulled it off?
Everybody's gonna stay the hell away from you.
You can't breathe.
What kind of maniac just walks into somebody's driveway?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna confront you.
You guys,
Nobody's gonna be like,
I
hey,
can't
hey,
breathe.
you need to clean that
Yeah,
up.
you
They're
guys-
like, you are exhibiting like insane.
it was a hill. Like,
Yeah.
it was running.
Oh god.
You guys think you know somebody?
Oh,
Now you know somebody.
Babe, I wish you could see the look in your eyeballs right
yeah.
now.
It's like you got a lot off his chest.
Oh,
Oh. You shared your deepest, darkest secret with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and it's recorded.
Wes knows.
You're not
I
running for
told Wes.
politics. or
Should
anything,
you
right?
tell the story about when you pooped your pants in Pittsburgh?
That was a different situation. So I had been walking Pittsburgh for a couple days. Like
Please advise.
So I'm in Pittsburgh. It's winter, but it was nice out. It didn't turn out to be that bad. My girlfriend at the time was working at their like Chris Kindle market or whatever it is, like a craft booth. And so I was like, I'll come visit. And then while she had to work, I was just walking around the city. And like, so I'm walking around the city, just having like, just enjoying like, I should have brought my bike. I was riding them, but I didn't know it was going to be that
I
nice.
was gonna say, tie
Right,
bikes into this somehow.
right.
Yeah.
Fair
But
enough.
I didn't bring my bike and I missed it because it was beautiful out. But I'm just walking, checking stuff out, stopping in breweries, and then all of a sudden, like one of those things where I just had to take a leak really, really bad, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to duck behind something. But there wasn't anything good, you know. Pittsburgh, you're kind of in those river valleys, and you're kind of stuck with that. And so like, it was chilly but not snowy. That's why I wish I had my bike.
Wow.
But I'm wearing cotton long johns.
Really painting a picture.
Yeah, well, it's relevant.
You gotta paint the picture, Bradley.
It's relevant. And so like, so I stopped to take the leak, and when I went to take a leak, when I stopped to take the leak,
Sorry, babe.
I sharted all over my my long johns. Like I didn't think it was gonna happen. I didn't expect it to happen. I think we've all been there, but it happened. So I'm trying to walk, then but now I'm
One time. Too much soda.
One time. So now I have to pull these cotton long johns back that are like just liquid poop stained, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah.
So I texted my buddy Josh, and I said,
Just throw them in the river. Yeah.
I told him what happened, and I ended it with, please advise.
Just shit my pants. Please advise.
So I ended up going back to the parking deck where our car was, and then I just took my jeans off in the car door because I had the car keys, and then I took the cotton long johns off and I just threw them under someone else's car. I used them to clean up in the clean parts, and then I just threw them under someone's car, put my jeans back on.
What did Josh say when you asked him to advise?
He was like, is there any kind of facilities nearby? Schittsburg story.
Good times. What's funny is that it seems to be always at the forefront of Ben's mind.
Say what?
Oh, yes, God. Well, Ben has a steel trap. So.
Yeah, he will bring it up at any point where it's actually humorous for him to do so. And I know that Tim pooped his pants in Pittsburgh, but is that always where my mind is going to go? But no, somehow in Ben's mind, first thing, let me talk about how Tim pooped his pants.
I think it's just there's some sort of trigger in my mind when Tim says Pittsburgh.
It's like Tim Pittsburgh poop.
Oh, incredible.
And on that note,
Yeah. Can I go to bed now?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Oh boy.
I don't think so, Dylan. I think that's done.
Oh, it's back. Yeah. What did Dylan ask?
He said if you shit your pants in while wearing a chamois, would you use it again after washing?
I think chamois are expensive.
Yeah. So, you know what's
chamois,
interesting
yeah.
about this is that I
Putting the moist
recently
in chamois.
I would
saw
throw
an
'em out.
Instagram post for women about when you have your period and you're riding your bike, and people were just or it said just use your chamois. And I was like, could that work? Would it be enough?
I feel like the chamois
I don't know.
too absorbent. Like you're just never
Too
gonna,
absorbent?
You're never gonna get it that clean, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not sure I would care, though. Oh, look, I talked about women things and then I went dead silent.
Well,
I made everybody uncomfortable.
I was
Get
just-
over it! Bradley, people eggs don't have shells, okay?
Well, think about it.
Then why do they call them eggs?
Tim.
Pudgy asked, why did this not come up on John and Brian? Because in general, I don't want to talk about things.
Yeah, he won't talk about poop.
Yeah, I'm amazed that
He's
talked about
not.
it
Yeah, this has
much.
been a lot of
This
poop
is
talk for
incredible.
Tim.
Yeah, this is a real this is a moment here.
Super chat.
What
Yeah,
time-
is that
guys,
trying
what
to
time
super
is it?
chat? Yeah.
It's
10:30.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
It's bedtime. You can have that.
Oh, I thought you were shaking her head.
Thank you for coming. It was nice to meet you. Appreciate your presence.
Appreciate you.
Oh.
Babe, did you watch the footage from yesterday?
No.
No? I called you and you said, I'm uploading it. I'm about to watch it. But you didn't?
I had to get this ready.
Babe, that was 3 p.m.
Babe, I also rode my bike for a couple hours.
You did? Where'd you go?
Oops. I told you I ended up hanging out with Micah and Jason because I saw.
Oh,
them
that's
last
right.
week.
You did tell me that.
And on that note,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So me and Aaron
The brown
filmed.
one.
So channel members, you guys have had the chance to see Gravel Badass, the pilot. We ended up filming the second version last night.
I just
I'm trying to
wanted.
wrap up.
Oh yeah, I'm not good at it.
this
I
is-
wanted
this is your
Tim's
summarizing
positive
right now?
feedback, but he's not giving it to me. So
What do you mean? I've been giving it to you the whole time.
Yanda just said, Aaron, I'm gonna need those cookies.
I should bring some cookies tomorrow. I don't
Yes.
have any meetings. I'll make some cookies. What?
Oh, you're gonna make them cookies?
You should make him cookies.
You should be making. She didn't want to give him COVID cookies.
Yeah, I had to get over COVID before I could bake his cookies.
Yeah, yeah. Pudgy's right. Abort.
Yeah.
Traveling through said Naked HD is coming home with me tonight. I think they need to update their name to like Naked 4K, right? I mean, HD is like that's like saying like Naked VHS. That's,
Yeah, why not go 8K?
Yeah.
Some people just have a DVD player. You know what I mean?
I don't.
No, I know. It's like,
Will you elaborate on that?
No, that's it. No, yeah, I know. I would be very interested in knowing.
He sounded so pained when
What
he said
you-
that.
Well, you have to buy new cables, and it's a whole process.
Oh,
Said he just lived
Process.
through it.
how many kids has he
Naked
had
beta.
so far? Does he have two?
One.
He just has one.
Almost has
Okay.
to.
Okay, he's gonna have a second.
Who is gonna have?
I feel like I have lost track of time, and
The Yondas.
I knew there was gonna be a second, but then I was like, did the second already come? And this is the third, and I just spaced out that long.
What are we talking about?
Yonda's
The
babies.
Yondas.
Oh, yeah, no, this is the second, yeah. Oh, yeah, Kenny also offered to come and get me, but when I texted him...
They just had a baby.
Yeah, I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, this is my current situation. It was him in the hospital room with his wife who just had those holding the baby for the first
And
time.
and Kenny was like, but I'll drive to Maryland and pick you up.
Yeah, he said, I'll figure something out.
Oh, Kenny.
And I'm not sure he believes
that's
in
adorable.
COVID, so it's probably safe for him.
Wow, I hope he's watching right now. Wait, where's
Kenny?
the Missing Falls thing? Oh, it's right here. Yeah.
Oh,
Prominently
could
displayed
you
in our
ignore
block.
me while I do this?
Yeah, that's. I guess if you want to get technical, Rusty.
And on that.
let me watch the colors. They can't hear me. I don't believe that at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why
Pudgy,
not?
you're just making me.
Yeah. See where you can see. There's a visual reference of whether they can hear you or not. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they
they
can hear.
Let's see how many people we can. Oh, we're actually at a peak. We're actually doing better than we've been doing the whole time.
Okay, I gotta go to bed. It's bedtime.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
All right.
Love you too.
I haven't decided on a live stream on Thursday yet. Are we doing anything on Thursday?
I thought
We're
we were gonna
waiting
talk
to
about
hear
the
back
C&O
about
thing.
GBA numero 3.
Yeah, we might be filming Gravel Badass episode 3, so we might not live stream, but gonna have to play it by ear. I haven't looked at the weather either. I'm recording a video that I already have in mind tomorrow, so that'll be out on Thursday morning. So there'll be that.
What do you think's gonna happen on the Rats ride tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet. So
I don't know.
maybe that'll be a
might
video
rain.
too. Oh really?
There's a 40% chance.
40.
I don't know what time of the day though. I don't think I'm gonna go.
But I
Is it
might
hot?
go.
You're
Depending
gonna
on what, maybe. Depending on what you're doing. Don't look at me like that.
What we're doing would depend on.
Love you too, Patrick.
All right, guys. Yeah, let's sign off. Who knows?
We gotta record them all first, Yonda, before we put out this series.
Yeah, the series isn't coming out until we record all the GBA videos.
It's on-
But Yonda, as a channel member, you have access to episode 1.
With Micah, your nemesis.
The pilot is uploaded.
On the Discord
Your nemesis.
members,
It's with
tab.
Micah, who is your nemesis.
the Discord members tab.
Okay, bye.
Dylan actually enjoyed this stream. And he's still...
Oh, he's still here.
Aw.
Well, we started early, so that's why.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, that's true.
He's usually gone
See,
at 10
you
though.
should start at 8 all the time, babe.
But well, in the
7.
summer it's still light out. We want to ride bikes.
Yeah, we.
Okay.
That's why 9 was
Whatever.
the idea. Because when I first started streaming, it was summertime.
In the winter, you should start at 8.
All right, Dylan.
Abort.
Dylan, I'll
Abort.
hit-
Dylan's out. We should go.
But Dylan, I'll hit you up about a couple ride ideas if you want to join us too that I've been thinking about. So, anyways, I think it's been fun.
Fit chased.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Cause
Yeah.
this time
Fitzwater photo.
In the awful way, holiday, holiday today, and all I want to say, holiday, holiday today. You catch the first train home, price to be alone, yeah, and all I want to do is to get with you. Hey, the awful way, holiday, holiday today, and all I want to say, holiday, holiday today. You can